Hello, hello. Happy Saturday or Catterday as it was at my house. So shout out in the comments if you are in a hey, Amanda. So how is everybody? It's a crazy Saturday over here on the East Coast. There's 12 people here already. Yeehaw. So yesterday was screaming hot and our air conditioners broke. We're actually getting a new system put in the next few weeks. And we have fans in every window. It was amazingly hot. Hi, TD. And today's cold. So go figure. I have no idea what's going on. So, all right, boys and girls. And I'm going to let you guys know I have an injury. This is for your protection, not for mine. Hi, Yvette. So I broke this nail really badly. I know this looks like insane, but I have a Band-Aid on, but I have this little finger condom because I can't scroll my mouse without it. The Band-Aid's too slippy. So I don't know if this is going to make shuffling more challenging or easier. So I don't know. You don't want to see my chewed up finger. But so everybody, you know the drill. This is readings for you guys. We are going to do you guys tonight. So you can set the pace, call them $5 readings if you want. So if you want a reading, throw a $5 down. And you could do any of my cash apps, anything like that, or you can do a super chat, super sticker. Let me move this off because I'm getting something popping up. Fitness Hutch! Hutch, look, I have right now I'm at 800 calories for the day. I feel pretty good. I didn't get to work out today, but I went to go visit my mother-in-law. So I was over there for a little bit. And I did a 3-hour reading with one of my amazing regular clients today. So it's been a big day. I haven't hit the treadmill, but I wanted to go on live. So I could be treadmilling right now, but I decided to be on live. 800. Oh, it's 6:30. Like I have a pizza upstairs. I have one square of pizza that I'm going to eat. 800 is low, but I usually when I get a coffee, I get and this is Dunkin' Donuts. I didn't go to Starbucks because Starbucks, when you get a coffee from Starbucks, not only do you give them like $8, but it's like a 1,400 calorie coffee. At least the one I like is. So I did skim. This is the signature iced latte. I actually wanted the hot one, but the girl just gave me a cold one, so I was like, all right, let's just take that one. I'm not gonna eat the whipped cream on the top as much as I want to, but it's delicious. I needed the caffeine. So so much to talk about. So what we're gonna do. Hey, the Fitness Hutch! Yeah, I love when you guys are both on at the same time because you're like on the couch. It's awesome. Greg and I do that when we watch the Y-Files. We're usually commenting in there both at the same time. So there's a bunch of stuff going on. So and again, guys, tonight is for you guys. This is readings for you. So I can kick it off with some celebrity readings until people start filing in the queue and asking for personal readings. But little housekeeping. Let's do some housekeeping. So you guys know I teach a tarot class. I'm gonna have a new one coming up. Oh, what happened to my finger? I just broke my nail, but it's a gnarly, ugly break. It's like this is just so I have traction. I know it looks ridiculous, but I just had the Band-Aid on. And I was like, I can't make my mouse move. My mouse wasn't working. So I was like, I better get some traction on there. So right. So I do teach tarot as well. I teach it online to everybody. But I'm going to do a class on timing. So people always ask me about timing on tarot. And timing is an advanced move. It's not for beginners. So you have to remember the astrological sign or the element or the planet, or what goes with it. All the cards have something that coordinates with it. So if anybody needs timing we can do a little bit of timing. I'll give you a little teaser for the class, the curriculum I'm setting up for that. So yeah, Tarot Destiny, it's I got to work on the curriculum a little bit more. So I just want to make sure that I have a real solid class, and you know how I love those PowerPoints that I owe you guys for the other classes. So I want to make sure that I have a PowerPoint ready. We got some cool decks. I did list them in the description down below. So I do have one from Hay House today, the Grimalkin Tarot, which is a bunch of cats. So everybody, if you're asking me for readings, I do ask that you do like a $5 donation. So if you want to do a $5 donation, you can. Otherwise, I guess I have your good wishes. So let's bring up the card screen. And guys, give me some gossip. Tell me what's going on. I know there's like Harry and Meghan gossip going on. Let me see. Oh, what's this one? No, that's not going to work for us. Here, we got to put that up. Let's do this one. That's not going to work. Where's my regular one? There we go. Okay. All right. Snowy darling. You're making me sorry that I don't have my Snowy Owl deck. So, oh, wait. And I got to get my Housewives chart. Where's my, oh, no, it was in my hand. Duh. Look, it's right here. All right. So, Snowy. Let's see what's going on. Hi, Penny. Penny. So, actually, TD, Tarot Destiny, I am going to rerun the whole class. And if you have taken my class already, I am going to send you an invite to the live classes so that you can come and hang out and contribute. So, Amanda, that listing that you had on Facebook the other day is to die for. I think it was a rental, but holy crow. That's LIVIN. So I'm down with the sickness down there. I don't know. It was kind of, our air conditioning's broken, so it was kind of hot in our house. And I don't know if I'm down with, oh, you know what? Hang on, guys. I just got to do one little thing here. How come this is, there we go. Okay, I got it now. Thank you. 20 of you here. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. So, Snowy, what is coming up for you? You know what? I don't know if I want to use this deck. Yeah, we'll use this one. I don't. We'll do the sparkly one. I know there's a lot of tarot readers getting cloned, getting popped for not having bathing suits on their card. I am running like crazy over here. So Hutches, thumbs up, done. Hutches, I am on an Oasis kick right now. I can't stop listening to Oasis. I was actually going to do a reading on which one of the Gallagher brothers is actually the jerk. So if I bust into an Oasis song, forgive me. Snowy, what is coming up for you? Let's see. Oh, wait, do I have a shadow? Is that a shadow? Oh, no, that's the bag. I was like, wow, weird shadow. Weird shadow. All right. So we got some warnings here, Miss Snowy. We got some warnings here. So what is coming up for you? So there is a circumstance that you have going on where, let me just, oops, sorry, totally. Let me make you all seasick. So circumstance where somebody's not actually telling the truth, who's not saying what they're supposed to say. And it's going to create a rift in which there is going to be some kind of discord here. So there's discord coming up because somebody, this is usually like a fibber card. This is somebody's not telling the truth, little lying. But it's going to create a rift, and then there's going to be a retreat. So the 9 of Wands, we always want to look at that card. Let me get my Duncan. So with the It's delicious. I could eat anything with caramel in it. I'm sorry, I could. So this is after the fight. You can see our guy in the card. By the way, guys, I'm going to try and marathon this. I'm going to try and stay on for like 3 hours. So hoping we can get a lot of people hopping in, and I can make up for some of the lost subscribers that I had while I was missing. So this guy, he's already been to battle. He's got a little band-aid on his head. You can see it there. And he's holding his ground. All right. So this is like a stand your ground card after the battle. You want to make sure that you don't give any quarter. The war is not done for this guy, but the battle is done for the moment. And then we get a circumstance where a lot of options come in. So if you're in like, if there's some kind of dating relationship or something that's going on like that, and you're either on the cusp of breaking up or you just broke up, this could be good stuff coming in the future. So you're going to have a lot of options, a lot of opportunities. Summer's coming. Everybody can have a great time with that. You get out, you go have some fun. And then you're going to be very content and very complete by this whole thing. So I think that there's a little bit of trouble or a little bit of past trouble moving on into some really good times. So that's what's coming up. So some action. Hold your ground on whatever that is. Make sure that you do stick to your guns on that one. So I hope you enjoyed that. And let me scroll up. And Amira. Is that how I say her name? Amira? Amira? Is it Amira? All right, so let's see. What is thank you for liking. That's awesome. What is Kay's intentions and feelings for me? So let's look at the intentions first. Let's do that first. I'm going to switch up decks. You guys know I like to switch up decks a lot. And I've got all these decks behind me, so we can jump into any of those at any given time. I've been doing a lot of readings with this fun little oracle set, so we're going to bust her out too. Oh, and my thing flipped off my finger. I have no idea where it went. So be it. It wasn't meant to be. So let's go. What are we going to do this one? Little rose quartz there. This has been sitting on my Housewives Tarot. And I have this in the link too, guys. For my tarot readers. TD, I think you have this. Tarot Destiny, I think, has this deck. This is like the world's cutest deck. There's a link in the description, my Amazon affiliate link. It comes in like a recipe box, and it's the book is so adorable. You will love the book. It's got all kinds of fun stuff, and you actually have recipes on the back of the recipe cards. So let's see. What is Kay's intentions? We're going to start with intentions. And there's a sloppy shuffle, guys. Let me give you a little sloppy shuffle clip. And we're back. All right. So Kay's intentions. Oh, all right. Oh, okay. This is super. Oh boy. Okay. All right. Amira, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to say this, run. So if we're looking at intentions here, okay. And I'm sure Kay is a very charming person, very attractive person, and saying all of the right things at all the right times. This Knight of Cups here, the Knight of Cups is a hit it and quit it. This is a hit it and quit it kind of person. They want to get in, they want to hang out, they want to have some fun, and then they want to jump right out. Okay, so I would just be careful. Hello, Serendipity. Hello, Sheree. I see you guys jumping in the comments. Thanks so much for being here. Saturday night party with me. So, and you know, again, this is a tarot reading. It's only for entertainment. Please use your own research and figure it out. But this reading is saving you some trouble here. So we've got that Knight of Cups in reverse, who is a hit it and quit it kind of person, and then 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords is going to be that mental exhaustion, running things over and over again in your head, trying to figure out what the intentions of somebody else are. This is going to drive you nuts. 8 of Cups. Now in this deck, the 8 of Cups is just a stack of cups with this floaty lady head. But in the traditional Rider-Waite deck, it's actually a guy who's leaving a bunch of cups that are full. Some of them are spilled over, or no, they're all stacked in the 8 of Cups. They're all stacked up and headed toward mountains. So it's leaving something that's meh, it's okay, it's not great, it's not really exciting, and going to something that may be a little bit more challenging and a little bit more troubling. So then we get into the 8 of Swords here, which has you tied up, tangled up in blue, and you're stuck with this individual, just kind of like drowning in it. And then 6 of Cups, looking back at the nostalgic, how great it was before. So we see this a lot. Like this kind of a process is something that you're going to see with those narc types, the narcissist types that are, love bombing you, gaslighting you, trying to get you from A to B, just to kind of get the fuel. If you're not watching HG Tudor, watch some HG Tudor. He is pretty terrific about this. So I would just be a little bit careful. So let's see what Kay's feelings are there. And again, this is a tarot reading. So do your own research. His feelings, 10 of Wands. Oh, dang. All right, so 10 of Wands we've got here. It's like almost more trouble than it's worth, but get while the getting's good. When we have that devil card in here, then everybody, oh, good night, Hutches. Good night. Go sleepy. Go sleepy. I will see you later. Gonna live forever. Little oasis. I'll just serenade you off to sleep. So 10 of Wands and the devil card. This is like the work is too much. It's too much to have to do all the actual work. But then we have that devil's card, which is, getting busy and kind of, hanging somebody along, keeping them on, and then sweeten them up sometimes with that 2 of Cups and then crashing them down like a tower. This deck's a little bit different. She's a little jello mold, or an aspic is how we say that here in the US. A salad. Sometimes you say a salad, jelly salad. But the towers really kind of reckon things without any consideration for the rules and standards that are, normal for dating or interpersonal relationships. Let's call it that. So I do want you to be a little bit careful with this individual. And this is like, the regulars that are here, this is like, I'm not pretty hardcore like this, but I'm saying it's, this one. And TD, what do you think of this? I mean, TD is one of my students, and or Tarot Destiny. I shouldn't say just TD. People don't know TD. So I'm thinking this is, I'm a little concerned about this guy. So or about Kay. I'm not sure if Kay's a guy or a girl, but I would just be a little bit cautious. So I hope that helps. I hope this is one of those readings where I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm not right. But best of luck to you. Sometimes those narcs are real pretty and attractive. So let's get back up here. Now that I got my finger thing missing, I have to scroll with my middle finger. This is awkward. And get up here. All right, hang on, boys and girls. Okay, there we go. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Yvette. Yes, we're gonna talk about that. Let me put it on the list because I do have pop culture stuff on a list here. Netflix, Harkles. Something's up over there, right? So, all right. Penny D. Okay, so which deck do I want to use? So this is one that I just started getting into this deck, and it's the Grimalkin Tarot. It's cats. Got a bunch of cats. Everybody loves a cat, right? Most people like cats. So I love cats. I love my 3 cats. We had catnip time today, and it's really we have Pusheen, AJ, who's Angus Jr., and Lily. And Pusheen and Angus Jr. are both very affectionate and very, like they hang out. Angus Jr. is like a dude's dude, acts like Jeff Spicoli. But Lily is very, very shy and doesn't really like to hang out and get cuddled. She's like, real secretive cat. The only time I can really like hang out with her is when I give her catnip. And so I had a little Lily time. I was sitting on the floor with her, gave her a bunch of catnip, and she was letting me get groovy with her. So Lily and AJ are both all black American short hairs. Pusheen, I actually put Pusheen on my community page today because it was Catter Day, and she thought she was helping by getting up on the counter near my dishes. So she wasn't helping. It was not helping. she was looking at me accusingly. So so Penny, let's see. And we'll do a little mini lesson too. Unity, working together. This is a specific card to this deck. It's the 22nd card. Well, it's actually 23rd card, but 22nd in number because the Fool is a 0. Unity is about working together as that team. And we have the 3 of Wands, which is not working together, and the Strength, not being patient. So what is she not doing? Is she supposed to be doing physical therapy or something, or some kind of therapy that she's avoiding or just not being bothered with? That's what this really feels like. It feels like we've got like marching orders to, let me just move these guys up here a little bit. We've got some marching orders or a need. I don't even know if she knows about this, like some kind of exercise to increase lung capacity or increase endurance or something like that. There's something that should be going on here to build her strength, and it doesn't feel like that's been prescribed yet. So that part of it, I think, is now, it's not saying her health won't improve, but there is something that needs to be done in order for her health to improve. So we'll take it a little bit further. We'll pull some other. Let me go through a little bit more. So the 3 of Wands is that the mechanics are not working together. So if it's the physical body needs to strengthen, it's not working with the lung capacity. If the mental health needs to strengthen, it's not working with the physical. So there's like a trifecta of machinery in her that needs to be kind of put together and working a little bit better. And I don't think it's like a rehab situation, like she has to go someplace and get rehab, but there's some exercises and some things she should be doing at home. So if we can pull in like a physical therapist, an occupational therapist, something like that, to just do some exercises, even possibly like a personal trainer, just to kind of build that endurance and get in there. One of the things is that the patience level, the strength in reserve, in reverse, the patience level, it's almost like I eat a salad, I'm like, I should be 10 pounds thinner the next day. That expectation of instant gratification is something that is challenging here, because I think your mom is one of those people that will lift a weight for a couple of days, and if it's still challenging, like a couple days later, she's like, "Oh, it was too hard. I'm not going to do it." And it's not that she's lazy; it's that she's being too gentle with herself. She doesn't want to kind of push it a little bit further because she feels weak. So if we can get somebody in there who's going to strengthen the whole system, that we're going to see some better results here. And it's almost like she's like, well, I have damage from COVID. She's kind of chalking it up to that. So having somebody explain to her that we can rebuild the system. 5 of Swords, this is about getting different information in there, getting different pieces of information. So if it's a primary care physician that's going to give her some information, that's great. If we can get a PT that gets in there and says, we can do a little bit better, that's going to be great too. 8 of Swords, that is what's going to release her from the confines of this. It's going to give her some more freedom. And the moon, the moon in reverse, the secrets are going to come out. So she'll be able to better understand. Definitely some data and diagnostics, and having a professional get in there and kind of guide her through the processes to strengthen herself. So one of the things I'm over 50, and all of my friends keep saying it's weight training. Weight training is so important when we get to this age. And I have a lot of arthritis, and I'm going to agree because I'm in agony right now. I need to get some weights in my hands. I do follow along with the Fitness Hutch. So if you guys aren't subscribed to the Fitness Hutch, go over there. He's got a Monday afternoon in the United States. It comes on in the afternoon for me. But it's like a seated workout. It's really great. I'm sitting a lot of the day. I have a stand-up desk, but I do sit a lot of the day. So I'm helping Hutch is helping me rebuild. I think Penny, you're working out with Hutch too. But definitely a lot of fun. And one of these days I will do a collab with him one of these days, hopefully. Would love to do that because I have gone through some mental health stuff recently, and I think his the Fittest Hutch is a mental health professional. So they talk about some mental health stuff on there. So it's like body and mind. It's really, they're a great pair. So it's really great. So how do we pitch this to Mama? How do we pitch this to Mama? Because I think Mama is, like I said, a bit resigned to, well, I've got damage from COVID. Everybody talks, I don't even know if I'm supposed to say that. Everybody talks about the long thing that you get from it. And, I don't know, if everybody thinks that they do have that, because I know some people that do have it and it is fairly debilitating. But I think everybody's kind of like, oh, well, I have that, like I'm kind of tired. I know I was beat up after it. So how do we convince Mama to do that? So we need to let her know that she can do one of two things. Okay. She can, just resign herself to this and resign to the decline. I hate to say that, but resign to the decline. Like, this is it. This is I passed my prime and I'm just going to coast to the finish line. She can do that, or she can take charge and become this King of Wands who is biting and eating the marrow out of life. That, I think, is a more ideal thing. So one of the things that I teach my class is that we can manifest with our cards too. So say this is where we want to get to. We want Penny's mom to become that King of Wands, robust, living life, doing all the good things, making sure that they really are having a fulfilled existence. So say we want to do that. So we're going to have the King of Wands there in the middle. And king, queen, we can be any of those things. I do a class on the court cards, and I teach it with the binary Rider-Waite deck. I have not found a non-binary deck that I like. So until then, I will not do a non-binary LBGTQ plus tarot, how to read tarot for any of those types of persons. We're just going to go with King and queen. We work with the binary here. So say we want to get to that King of Wands. What we can do is set up some pathways. So we're going to do 4 cards. This is past action, past result. Okay. Future action, future result. Oh, this is great. This is great. TD, you can fire off some comments in here. You know what I'm talking about, honey bunny. So I think you were in that class. You were in that class, right? So if you want to manifest with your tarot card, so here's what you want to be. You want to be King of Wands, past action, not taking care. This is the Empress in reverse. So we're not taking care at the moment. We're not taking care of things. And then past result is the 5 of Wands in reverse. All of the systems are not working together. They're not working in concert. So future action is the Knight of Swords. This is getting information, getting knowledge and executing it, cutting out the bad stuff. You know, swords, we can be cutting out, say, sugar or gluten or white flour or white sugar. All of those things are my favorite things. So as an Italian and as a coffee lover, I love all of those things. So this is getting the information, cutting some things out, being smarter. Our swords are always smart. They're educated, they're smart, and they're putting the smarts to good use. So this is about making all of that happen, bringing all the information in. And look what happens, Penny. We get that Emperor card. This is our result from this. So this is all about getting the education, learning, finding out about nutrition, about some exercises that she can do. I think the pathway looks great for her, but we need some professional intervention there. So get somebody in there, do a little bit of research, see if, call her health provider, see if you can, talk to a nurse or something. I know, you're a professional, but, see if you can get somebody in there and just kind of set up some exercises. Easy stuff. So everybody likes Oasis. I see that. And I did not see the song he did for the Taylor Hawkins memorial. My ex-husband was good friends with Taylor Hawkins. So I have a funny story about that. Yvette, you can either do Venmo or PayPal too. Or you can do a super chat or super sticker. But I'll do the Harkles. I'll get to the Harkles. Pull a few. And no specific question. All right, so Amanda, let's do this. We're gonna do some fun stuff here. Hold that thought. Let me put the Grimalkins over here. So I'll introduce you guys to Oracle of Shadow and Light. I'm not the only person who uses these, so these are fun. But let's take a look. We'll do like a past, present, future for these, and then we'll do some regular tarot cards too. And those of you who know, I got the Mildred Payne cards out. I'm getting more comfortable using those. I still don't have them all memorized. There's a lot of cards there. All right, so Amanda. We'll take her. She jumped out. A clockwork pumpkin. An aha moment. An aha moment. Not haha moment, but aha moment. So clockwork pumpkin. Then we have all right. So we have wonderful idea. This is our dominant energy up there, our clockwork pumpkin, wonderful idea, aha moment. And then the fairy of the highlands, time to be brave, snow angel, the signs are with you. And then death and the maiden, invasion, boundaries violated, dominance. All right. So this is telling me that you've got this great idea and you want to move forward with it. All signs are pointing to that, but it's going to take over your life a little bit. So maybe we dial it back a little bit. What do we need to know? This deck. What do we need to know? What do you need to know about this situation? What do you need to know? Sloppy shuffle. I'm not going to do the sloppy shuffle thing. What do you need to know this week? Ah, there it is. What is this project you're into, girl? All right. So if this is a work project, which I have a feeling it is, I have a feeling this is like a heavy duty work thing. Just dial it back a little bit. There are times when I'm a very A-type person. Like I want my projects, I want the things that I'm into, I want them to be excellent. I don't want them to be okay. Part of the reason why I've been missing for a few weeks, because I just couldn't give you guys the kind of energy in these lives and in my videos that I really want to give. So when you're an A-type person and you want to be excellent, you want to bring that excellence, sometimes we have to be sure that we don't dilute all of our energy in a million different directions. I know you have one big project on the horizon, so bringing in another project to kind of run parallel at the same time as that big project, so the project, you might be diluting your energy a little bit too much. So I would just be careful with that. Don't take on anything. You can kind of keep all the systems going, your day job, your regular work job, and kind of keep the systems going and just let them, run, kind of put it in neutral. Still earn money, of course, but I wouldn't take on any new projects and kind of invest energy in that. When we're trying to manifest certain things, we want to make sure that we give it concentrated attention. We want to meditate on it. We want that, again, I sing the praises of this guy, Dr. Joe Dispenza. If you haven't gotten any of his meditations, go get one. You can get them on Audible. You can get them at his website. They are fan-freaking-tastic. They will change your life. If nothing else, it'll help you sleep. I tell everybody who doesn't like to meditate, if you don't like to meditate, just try it a few times. You'll go to sleep. I give you a good night's sleep. But concentrating energy, there's something to be said. And HG Tudor did I think it was 4 or 5 parts on Tina Turner, who I was a tremendous Tina Turner fan. River Deep Mountain High is one of the greatest songs ever written. I'm sorry. So her life changed when she started chanting and got into Buddhism, and the chanting took over the bad stuff and kind of washed it all away. So, when it can be chanting, it can be meditating, it can be manifesting, it can be making, vision boards, those kinds of things. You really can concentrate your energy in a certain direction and make things into reality. So that's what I think. Don't exhaust yourself. Don't do anything, super huge projects, like in the meantime kind of projects. So focus on that one big project that you and I have talked about, and just kind of keep it status quo for your work time. So I think that is going to be super cool, though. Wow, we just lost a lot of people. A lot of people just bounced off. So thank you so much for your donation, Miss Amanda and Penny. I didn't say thank you before. So, Sheree, if you have time, of course I have time for you, dear. Let's see if I complete my novel. I've just started out, wondering if there's any advice to send me in the right direction. So I will tell you this. I am also a fiction writer. I recently tested out Scrivener. It's a like organization app, and it was not my favorite. I think I need to give it another shot. But you know, some of those, sometimes we get into these products that over organize us. And I was looking at Asana for like project management. And but Scrivener, you know, Scrivener may be something that works for you. And it's Scriv, Scrivener. I think it's like $60 for the year or something. I don't know, 60 American dollars. I don't think it's, you know, super expensive if you're a professional writer and you're going to be doing that kind of stuff. So what do we need to know? Actually, you know what? I don't think the Grimalkin is going to sing for you. I think the Housewives Tarot is going to sing for you. Let's make this sing. So there, right away, you're an open book, by the way, Sheree. I just want you to know that. I like popped right in. So right away, there's something about the physical act of writing with you. It's not when I write, I do. I have a headset and I talk to text. So with you, there's something about doing it physical. There's something about physically handling the paper. I don't know if you do your editing physically, but there's something about the magic of you actually handling it. So, you know, I don't know if you finish your manuscript and then you go back and print a copy of it, or if you read it on electronic media, but there's a magical component about, and I hate to tell anybody, you know, like print, hit print. So much paper, so much ink. But there's something magical about you actually putting pen to paper. And that could be even if you have like a touch screen, if you have you know, like a pen that you could work right on the screen. There's something about that. So I'm warming up, guys. And there goes a card flying. Sloppy shuffle. So this is why I need like an administrator. Somebody can hit that sloppy shuffle for me. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Four of Cups in reverse. Temperance. Eight of Wands. Okay. So this is very, very clear to me. I don't know if any of my tarot readers out there think that this is clear. So the Nine of Pentacles is about safety and security. And this is about not being sullied by others. This, you're going to have to bring other people in. You're going to have to let those guards down. You're going to have to let people proofread. You're going to have to let people test read. Getting some other opinions in are not a bad idea right now. It's going to give you some direction. It's going to, you know, give you a little bit. So what I do when I'm writing is I have a few friends and I'll send them a chapter and I'll say, hey, you know what? Can the four of you read this and let me know if I'm headed in the right direction? This is what the next chapter is going to be about. You know, and I'll give them the plot summary, and you know, yeah, I'm like a novella, long short story kind of gal. I have written a number of novels, but I haven't published any of the novels. My short stories, do have a few online, but you have to let that guard down. So there could be excellent writers that are hidden in the pockets of the world. We don't know until they put it out there. So you're going to have to trust a little bit and put it in front of people that you trust. Don't put it in front of, you know, somebody who's critical of you all the time, you know, somebody who gives you a hard time, somebody who doesn't believe in what you're doing. You know, you could even link up with people online, other writers. It's a little bit dangerous because they could steal your work. It's one of the reasons why I stopped publishing online, because the copywriting is a little wonky when you go onto some of these self-publishing sites. So I would be careful of who you enlist, but you need to enlist somebody, because you can only take yourself so far in terms of, like, we all love our writing. I mean, I've written stories and I'm like, oh, this is great. I'm having a great time. Story's fantastic. And then I get to the end of it and I'm like, oh, this is terrible. It's the worst thing I've ever. So we really do need to get that opinion in there. You don't want to be your own echo chamber where you're the only writer, critic, reader, client, consumer. You want to make sure that you get some other consumers in there. So take a selection of people that you trust, and you could throw it out to them, maybe set up a Zoom or a WebEx or a Google Meet, and say, hey, I just want you guys to read this chapter, and then we'll all meet and we'll have a cocktail and we'll talk about it. Like that's a fun thing to do. I would say non-writers for now. You're going to find that the feedback that you get from them, there's going to be feedback all over the place. One's going to say, no, I think the character should go to Texas, and someone else is going to say, no, I think you should go to the south of France. And you're going to get different opinions, but those different opinions are going to bring in some interesting results from your work. So getting different opinions about how people like them. So don't be in a hurry to launch. For me as a writer, I want to race to the finish line to get the story done, and then I go back. And that was one of the things one of my writing teachers told me: is never edit. Never, if you're writing a long piece, never go back. Don't write a chapter and go back and edit. You're never going to get past that first chapter. You got to get beyond the first chapter. You got to put it in gear. You got to get the story down. Then you go back and you make your changes. God bless any of our word programs, because if you name a character Bob and you want to change the name to Joe, you can do that in that program. It's pretty easy. So I had this habit, like when I was writing some stories. I can't remember what the name was, but Greg called me out on it, and he was like, you can't use this name anymore because you use it as your dummy name all the time. And was it Rodney? Rodney. It was Rodney. He's like, stop using the name Rodney. I was like, I like the name Rodney. I don't know why. But so get to the finish line, and then it's almost like the editing part of it is where you're really going to sink your teeth and you're really going to get busy on it. So and that's where this team is going to come in. They're going to help out with the editing. But you can throw out the chapters or throw out a piece here and there for these friends, but keep working toward the finish line. Get the feedback, but keep working toward the finish line on your own. Here, don't be judgmental of your own work until it's not. Okay. Just, you got to get it down, get it done, get some opinions, and don't you judge it. Don't go back and read it and be like, I don't like this. It's not good. How is this work going to come out? This work is going to be fantastic. It's going to be what you want. 9 of Cups right here. 9 of Cups is your wish card. This is fantastic. Great stuff. And Sheree, once you finish it, let me know and I'll blow it up here. We'll see if we can get some people to pick up the ebook. So the 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups is our wish card. This is everything that you've ever wanted. The 3 of Pentacles, it may not generate a lot of money or a lot of buzz with like a manager and an agent and a publisher. You may have to self-publish, but that's okay. Self-publishing is great. Get yourself a Canva app, make a book cover for it, and it'll be on the Kindle, Nook. It'll be on everything. Barnes and Noble. You can all these e-publishing sites. You can launch, and my book will be coming out soon, my tarot book. So you can launch to all of the electronic media. You can also do print on demand. Print on demand is pretty cool. So you don't have to buy 50,000 of your own books and try and sell them. You can do print on demand and people can buy an actual paper copy of your book. So it's pretty cool. But this is going to be a nice complete process. Don't get into too many other projects while you're in there. I know writers, we like to scratch an itch every now and then. If you have to write a short story here and there just to kind of get something out of your head, so be it. But this is going to be a great thing for you, Sheree. I think you're going to do really well with it. So bring some people in there. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. So thank you very much for your donation, my dear. And Miss Tarot Destiny, how will your psychic abilities improve over the summer? Let's do this. We're going to swoop, swoop. I got to get a bigger desk. Like, I absolutely need to get a bigger desk here. We're going to do the Grimalkins for you. Meow, meow, kitty cat. God, I wish I had Oasis music playing in the background. No copyright, no copyright. So, how are we going to progress this summer? Let's look at your psychic abilities first. Okay. We're going to do a little storytelling. Everybody loves storytelling, right? Wow, that was all over the place. We're going to put that there. Put this here, here, here. All right, psychic abilities. Let's do some storytelling. So, judgment and the star. So, you're not going to see, I shouldn't say that. You're going to be very judgmental about the progress that you don't see. So, what this tells me is you need to keep in mind that, you know, I tell all my students, set your psychic hours so that you don't have, you know, entities and beings waking you up in the middle of the night. I had one student who was a really gifted medium, and she was in the midst of you know, having children and building her family. And when we're doing all of that, there's a lot of energy when we have when we're housing other people. There's a lot of energy and a lot of psychic ability that comes up and comes to the surface. And she was having entities that were coming into the bedroom and waking her up. And I told her, set hours. Like, you're not psychic after 9 o'clock. You know, you can do that. You can kind of, you know, put psychic hours there. But for you, TD, you can kind of open up those hours and say, well, you know, I can be psychic at any time. So you may be getting those impressions during the day, during the evening, when you're not really trying to be psychic, and when you're, you know, when you're just, you know, making a pot of soup or something. So those kinds of moments, like, instead of focusing on the learning moments where you're meditating and you're practicing, focus on the other moments. It's good to be psychic all day long. I shut it down at certain times, like when I do my day job and I'm going into the office. I don't want to know people's business. I do kind of shield myself before I go in there. A few weeks ago, actually it was a couple months ago, we had to go to the hospital. A family member was ill, and at UPenn in the cancer hospital, and you know, we were kind of rushing there, and I didn't shield myself before I went in there. And I, you know, as soon as we got up on the, you know, the elevator, I got bam right in my face, and I was like, oh crap. So, like, once you get in the thick of it, you got to kind of take a few minutes to dial it back. I'm not very good shielding myself after the fact, but I worked pretty hard on it. So, and it worked out to be fine. But for you, open up that door and allow the psychic stuff to come through. You're going to get the good and the bad, which is okay. You know, at the stage that you're at, Tarot Destiny's been, you know, psychic for some time. She's been studying for some time. So at the level that you're at, you're going to start to see not just the good stuff. You're not going to see, you know, I mean, we all want to see lottery numbers, but you're going to start to get some impressions. You know, one of the things that I tell my students to do, and this is from Lori Williams from Intuitive Specialist. She does the ambiance training where you walk into a different room in your house, you absorb the ambiance as you walk through the door. Different rooms are going to have different vibes. There's a very mellow vibe in your bedroom. There's a very busy vibe in your kitchen. There's a very cozy vibe in the living room sometimes. There's a very energetic vibe in your teenage son's room. You're going to get different impressions like that. So, you know, I say allow yourself to pick up on some of the negativity that you may be picking up when you go to the grocery store, when you go to the park and you see that, the dude who's glowering from the park bench. Allow yourself to pick that up. You can start to, it's a little tricky, but you can start to do surface readings of people when you run into them. Don't do family members because sometimes you get weird things from that. But you can start to pick up on some of the things that when you meet individuals, especially like if you're at the gas station, you're in such close proximity, your energy fields are going to be integrated anyway for a minute or two. So you can start to pick up on some of that. You're going to see some weird stuff. You're going to feel some weird stuff, but that's okay. That's okay. This is all part of honing your craft. We have Eight of Pentacles in reverse, the Eight of Cups in reverse. So the Eight of Pentacles is about honing your craft, getting more comfortable with it. You're still learning. This is still learning, still getting used to it. So, getting into how you absorb information psychically from others is it's a process. It's absolutely a process. And there's going to be a point where you go, hey, I'm like getting really good at this. I'm going to dial it back. I'm going to shield myself a little bit more. And then that Eight of Cups is moving on to another level. So that's the psychic abilities part. And I think that that's a good thing. I think you're ready to level like that. Keys to this though, make sure that you ground yourself when you go home, if you're doing this out and about. And also make sure that you keep that white light coming down into your head. Whenever you try and read somebody, you should feel that white light come down, imagine it, pull it down into your body, let it encompass you, and then, just kind of spread it out all over your whole body. Make sure that it's all there. So how's your tarot work going to go? Because that's one of the things. Sometimes we get into a medium like tarot or palm reading or scrying, which I'm still terrible at, even though I have my little crystal ball there on Squiddy. Sometimes we wind up getting into other mediums. So let's see. Is tarot Destiny's thing? Is that going to be her medium? Is she going to stick with it? Let's see what we got. Five of Wands. So, Empress. So I think you're going to stick with the tarot. I think that's really a good fit for you. But incorporate some other mediums, like bring a pendulum into it, just for yes and no questions. You can get one of those a pendulum pad. Like I have one. I don't really use it. I just use my pendulum for yes and no. But that has like Thursday, Friday. It's got days of the week. It's got months on it, so you could do that. But I say test out and become familiar with some of the other mediums that you can use. So you might be surprised. You might be like amazing at scrying. Queen of Wands, you're going to get really good at the tarot this year. And the Lovers, it's almost like hand in glove. You're going to slide your hand into the glove and it's going to get really comfortable. So I think by the end of the summer, you're going to be really, really proficient at reading. And but I think you're going to want to move on to something else eventually. I think you're going to want to get real good at something else as well. So heart of the matter here. Let's do heart of the matter. Three of Cups. So Three of Cups, that is celebration, partnership. I love the Three of Cups because it's the one of the things that I describe the Three of Cups as in the Rider-Waite, it's three women holding cups aloft. They're celebrating, obviously. I always call that my tribe card, and like finding your group that you can work with, finding that group that gives you good love back. I have my core gals, my girlfriend Shelly, you guys see her on here all the time, my girlfriend Kathy, my friend Kay, my friend Deanna, you know, we're a fairly tight group, and or you know, ride or die friends. We are ride or die friends, and that's this kind of vibe. But this is going to be you finding those ride or die psychic friends, which is great. You know, that they know you're out there. So yeah, it and you know, TD, we're gonna have some cool stuff coming up. I think for the summer, you know, I may have like a drop in, you know, kind of culture class where we all just kind of hang out and talk about weird stuff. So, you know, we'll be doing that sooner than later. So I hope you enjoyed that. Broke slow. So I'm scrolling through, guys. I'm scrolling through. And I'm just up to 648. So let me see. Da, da, da. Yes, let's everybody send some prayers for Penny's mom. Her first name is Theta. All right. So a lot of brain fog. Yeah, always tired. Oh, Sari, that's a great idea. Oxygen bar. All right. Oh, Sally, do we have a question? Where's your question, Sally? Ah, here we go. Okay. Thank you for your donation, Sallykins. So, all right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that's super cool. Disney performer in Hong Kong or Singapore. Wow. Super. Actually, we're gonna do. I wish I had a Disney deck. All right, so let's see how Nicole, if she's gonna get the job in Hong Kong or Singapore. She does not think that she did well at the audition. She's really wondering about her audition. I don't think they've made up their mind yet. I think they're still thinking about it. But I think that your granddaughter's a little bit worried about how she performed. So just let's get that guy up there. So this is our under the surface, the Page of Wands. So High Priestess upright. We have 6 of Cups. This is what's making me think that she thinks that she didn't do well at the performance. And then the 3 of Wands, 2 of Wands. We've got a backward train here. We're going backward. And then here's the Queen of Cups in reverse, getting a little bit emotional about it. Truth, there's still the 7 of Wands up here. I don't think that they've made up their mind yet. I don't think I'm not sure if they have more to audition. Yeah, I think there's more to audition. Yes. More to audition. They're still looking for this right fit. They're still going through a fairly large group of people. So it's not just wherever she auditioned. They're auditioning people all over the place. So tell her not to worry just yet. We're going to take a look. Let's see if we get a call back. How about try and see if we're on the callback list. So we have a callback list. Heart of the matter, right out of the middle. call back. They're still thinking about it under the surface, still thinking about it. Yeah, there's something up. They've got like a lot of people that they're auditioning. So what advice do we give her? Let's go over to these gals. And you guys, I know it's annoying that I keep like cutting the cards, but I always do Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. So, you know, we want to keep them in the room with us. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. So the dress of alchemy, release her power. So that here, bring it up so you can see it a little bit better. These are glary cards. Release your power. So the audition is done. She's done the audition. We can still affect the energetic fabric that's out there. We can still, and I'm not saying like, you know, put the Malaloika on somebody and make them trip when they do their audition, but we can still send out vibrations. We can send out good positive thoughts around our performance, even though the performance is already done. They can still do that. You know, the truth is that they're going to be looking at a stack of things. If there is something in particular that they're looking for, say they're looking for a redhead with blue eyes, and she's not a redhead with blue eyes, she's already down on the scale with them. You know, they may work with that. Oh, this is a redhead with blue eyes. I didn't even mean to say that. She's a little redhead with blue eyes. So you know, I think they have to go through this list, so we may have to ask a little bit later. It just feels like there's so much indecision on their part. What should she do in the meantime? What should she do in the meantime? She can follow up, okay? Not the worst thing in the world, all right? But you know, this, let her know this isn't the last time that she can audition for them. If it doesn't work out this time, she can always go back. So following up is a professional thing. You know, yeah, of course, don't like show up and like keep knocking on the door, but you can send a follow-up email, you know, hey, just wondering how the selection process is going. Haven't heard anything. It's not the worst thing in the world. You know, if she's got an agent, if she's got management, she can have them do it, or she can ask them what their take on the whole thing is. And I just dropped every single card on my lap. Hang on, that was like an ultimate sloppy shuffle. So the important thing is for her not to be stressed out about this. And in the meantime, she should keep looking. You know, it's a tough world when you're in that entertainment world, because there is so much rejection. There is so much that you have to put into those auditions. It really is exhausting to go through that. So tell her to keep looking for other things and not just hit pause and wait for this to come back in. That way, she's going to keep the energy level going up. And it's a little bit different from what I said to Amanda, because Amanda, I said, concentrate your energy in one particular direction. But for this, I want her to I want Nicole to distract herself with other things so that she can, so she's not just sitting there staring at the phone. Okay, hang on one second. I have lots of cough drops for my allergy coughing. So let me go back. I don't think, all right, there's Sally. Did I miss anybody between here and here? Oh no, you know what? And this thing, yes, I do believe that exists, but I think some people think they have it when they actually don't. J. Marcus, sweetie pie. Okay. Yvette, Thank you for your donation, darling. So, will I be successful in getting my degree in my new career? Will I get a new job in my new career after I finish? Let's take a look. You know what, Yvette? It's actually a different deck I want to use for you. Madame Clara's 5-cent tarot. I've got so many boxes around me right now, guys. So many boxes. We got some extra tarot cards in this one too. So we may get something different, but let's see. This one always works well for work and school related kind of readings. 23 people in here. Happy Saturday night, all. I hope you guys are having a great night. I hope you're sitting back, having a nice cocktail, juice. Hope you have some popcorn. We got to talk about those Harkles, though. Hands up who wants to talk about Harkles. I want to talk about Jamie Foxx, too. But right now, we're going to talk about Yvette. All right, Yvette. So will you get your degree? Let's start there. One question at a time. One time at a question. All right, so we've got some specific cards to this deck. The Beyond is a 24th card or 23rd by number in this particular deck. And then we also have the Unknown, which is a 22nd card. All right. So the end of the tarot deck, we have the World, we finish it up, and it starts anew, the cycle. So when we have the Unknown, when I teach tarot, the major arcana is the Journey of the Fool. He starts out as a spirit. He's thrown into the physical world, goes through his whole life, trials and tribulations of life, and then he passes on, goes back into the spirit world. So with that kind of thinking, when we get to the unknown is when we return to that spirit world and we are planning our next life. So then we go into the beyond, and that's when we are launching into the next life. So with all the information and things that we learned. So here's a warning for you. There may be something that gets in the way of finishing this degree. We've got the 10 of buttons in reverse, which is our 10 of pentacles in reverse, which is foundations. The pentacles are always physical foundations, but they can be degrees too. This is upside down. So is it going to be something as simple as you'll have some fees that you need to take care of before you can get that actual degree, something like that? Possibly. We move into the unknown, which puts us into a like a stasis. You're going to be in like a stasis. It's like the degree is not finished and you're going to be kind of floating and just kind of tra-la-laing. This I think is going to be a financial matter. I think there's going to be some kind of fee. So if you want to budget and make sure that you can get to the end of that degree with all your finances intact, that might be a good idea, just to make sure that you've got all the ducks in a row. If that means getting scholarships, grants, that sort of thing, okay. If it means getting loans, that sort of thing's okay too. There's always different ways around it, getting work scholarships, those sorts of things, because it looks like we get almost to the finish line and then we get dropped into the unknown. And also, in your new career, you can actually see if you can find an employer that will bring you on in a smaller capacity. And that way you would have gainful employment. You could be working in that environment, not in the capacity of what you want to do, but on the periphery of it, if you will. So this is concerning. This like financial part here is a little bit concerning. And then we get into the beyond, which puts us between this unknown netherworld, and then the actual launching into it. So it's almost like a failure to launch into the actual career. But if we employ some other items here, we do get that start. So the Hermit, you can't do it alone. Let me move these up so you can see them a little bit better. And I know this 5-cent 5-penny tarot is a little bit hard to see on here. So we've got the Hermit in reverse and the Universe in reverse. So the Hermit, you can't do this alone. Don't be isolated. Bring other individuals that work in that industry in with you. And the Universe in reverse is decadence and waiting for the ideal position to show up. Here's our balancing act. Okay, don't hold yourself back. And there's a squiddy. Those of you that know me well know that I have a squid or an octopus in every. It's an octopus in every room in my house. It's like Disney. You have to find the Mickey in the Disney parks, but at my house you got to find the octopus. There's an octopus in every room. It's very cool. It's one of the cool things Greg and I did here. But we went out of focus a little bit. We're back in focus. So find that middle ground. See if you could find an employer where you can get your foot in the door, maybe work as reception or support staff until you get the degree finished, because there's going to be support there for you to finish that degree. That, if you get into the right circumstance, they're going to be able to kind of give you a leg up. So that's what I think. Now, is that the pathway to having gainful employment? Which I do think, doing like a mini gig in your it'd be like law clerking while you were at law school, that kind of thing, or being a receptionist at a law firm while you're in law school. So will you be able to get a job? Will you get a good job in your new career after you finish school? I think they're going together. I think these are, working together. I think there's something. Queen of Buttons in reverse. 9 of Buttons in reverse. So yeah, I think getting some more support in terms of employment. I don't know if this is possible. I don't know what kind of work you're going into, but I think getting into a position where you can have the support for the degree while you're going to school, that's going to look really good. Like, I'm just going to use the law thing as an example. If 3 people apply for a receptionist job at a law firm, and they say, what one came from fast food, one came from, I don't know, a dog kennel. I don't know. I'm just making this up. And one's an actual law student. The law student's the one that's going to get the job. So this is a very similar circumstance. If you can find a position that's periphery to the work that you're doing at the school, you're not only going to be going to school and getting that education, but you're going to be getting practical education while you're there. And also, if you run into any situations, they're going to be able to help you. Keep it cool. I wouldn't jump in on a, full-time, heavy duty, busy clinic or whatever you're going to be working as. I would be careful. Get into something that's kind of lower key so that you're not just completely swamped. The 7 of Matches, you're going to find an easy pace between the work and the school if you pick the right facility to go to work for. You're going to find an easy pace, and the information is going to be gelling a lot better. So then we get into the 5 of Matches. 5 of Matches is conflict, working together, scrambling, competition. That is something that you're going to have to be worried about when you do get the degree and you go out into the field. So having a position in the field already with a professional is going to be to your benefit. Graduating, getting out of school and trying to get in, at a certain level, you may be competing with some other people. So it may be good to get your foot in the door there. And then we have this 5 of Cups in reverse, which is, being regretful, being pessimistic about the position. I think lay your tracks now for employment. Find a place that you can go work when you're done with the degree and get in there at a lower level. I think that's really a good plan for you. So just work out those financials if there's any issue with that. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for your contribution. Greatly appreciated. So let's see. Thanks, Penny. You are very welcome. Thank you for your contribution, sweetie pie. And serendipity always here with all the good advice. Thank you, Amanda. Oh, and Sheree, you use Scrivener. Okay. Oh, you brainstorm on paper. That's great. That's great. That's great. Oh, super. Super. I needed that. I'm amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Shelly, I was just talking about you. Meow, meow. And Sharon, hello, my darling. Tarot Destiny sending out some healing light. Oh, that's Sally. Best of luck to her. Best of luck to your did you say niece or granddaughter? I think you said niece. All right, so Indigo Stars. Indigo Stars, are you an indigo child? What's going on? All right, let me put this one on the side because this deck is hot right now. Woo! On fire. I'm running out of space. I got too many decks up here. Shelly, meow, 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 meow. All right. Akira. Great name. Akira. Put some things up here. And all my crystals exclusively from AliciaWicker.com. All right. Indigo Stars. Would things go well if I asked Akira to coffee? Letting those walls down. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's looking good. So, walls are coming down. So, Indigo Stars, you are going to be letting your guard down by asking Akira to coffee. It's going to go very well. It's going to be very comfortable, very cozy. But things are going to get revealed during this. There's going to be some more intimate conversations that are going to come up. It's the getting to know each other process. And sometimes as we get to know each other, we find out that there may be some things that we don't like about each other. So there may be some things that are revealed that you're not thrilled with, or that she is not thrilled with. There may be some conflict there. The best partners for us are the ones that have the same morality, the same moral structure as us. So there may be some things there, and you may be disappointed. Oh, yeah, it's kind of a bummer. I kind of thought that was going to work. The dominant energy, we have the King of Cups in reverse. So if this is a deal breaker, there's no reason to get upset about it. If this is like a non-negotiable revelation, for Akira, like something about her, Akira, or something about you, Indigo Stars, that either of you don't like, there's no reason to get emotional about it. We don't have to flip out. We could just kind of smile and wave. Again, you put those energetic fields together. Sometimes they don't quite mesh. Sometimes they're great. Sometimes the chemistry is fantastic, but then we start to look at some of the practicalities of being in the human condition, and some of those moralities just don't match up. So I would be, again, it's nothing to get upset about. Don't get disappointed. Sometimes we don't match up. Under the surface, Akira may not be interested in being in a relationship at the moment. So let's see if that could change moving forward with you specifically. And we do Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Holy moly. Could that change? Right now, I don't think Akira is looking to get involved. We got a lot of things here. So maybe some bruised and battered feelings from a time in the past. Chariot, not moving forward, not recovering, not moving on from a possible former situation. Willing to go on a date, though, with the Three of Wands. Seems like a good idea. The Ace, 2, and 3s. Those are all in the tree of life up at the top. They're in the ethereal. We're thinking about them. They're not physical. We're not actually acting them out. We're really thinking and processing them. So when we get here, it seems like a good idea. 3 points. Yeah, what are we going on? But when the reality of coming into a relationship hits the table, the Three of Pentacles is in reverse. Maybe not. I don't know if I'm quite ready yet. So, the Wands too, very fiery energy. It's a less tangible energy because it is a fire. And then when we have the Pentacles, that's an earth energy, very tangible, very real, very solid, not really going for that really solid thing. So I don't think that this person, I don't think Akira is ready to get into another relationship. And it's because we're carrying this hurt. We have this 5 of Cups here, this hurt, this disappointment, and that's being carried over. And Akira doesn't want to make corrections to that just yet. Not quite ready. So I think we may have to wait a little bit of time. Is that, oh, you know what? So those of you timing class, let's do a timing card. We'll pull one timing card on here, and I'm going to show you how, this is my teaching deck. I've got notes on it. And I just put all of the timing on there. So when is Akira going to be ready? How much time do we need Akira before Akira is ready to get into a relationship with anyone, not just Indigo Stars? We're going to pull one out. Let's see what it says. So we've got Aquarius. November 23rd to December 21st. So we've got a ways to go. There's some healing that needs to happen there. So I said Aquarius. I meant Sagittarius. I don't know if you guys can see that. There we go. Sagittarius, November 23rd. So whatever healing process is going on there, I think it's going to take a little bit longer. So I would, coffee's good. Coffee's great. It's really good. So I would wait just a little bit longer. But go for coffee, but go for coffee maybe as friends and kind of talk about the realities of, being single, those kinds of things. You may get more information. You may have more information to work with. So we're back up to 26 people. Hello, 26 people. Hello, Sharon. Hand, pink, waving. So I'm trying to scroll down here, guys. She's a perfectionist. She always thinks, okay, yeah. Yes, they told her they were going. Okay. Oh, I think so. Indigo child. My cousin thinks, my cousin is also, she's a pet psychic, and she's getting into controlled remote viewing, and I actually owe her a reading. And I didn't do it because I came home from Florida and got sick like 3 times, not 3 times, twice. But I think the second time it was allergies. So, yeah, she thinks that my daughter is an indigo child. So, oh, this is great. Indigo Stars, Neva's. Oh, you do work with him. Okay. Okay. All right, cool. 3 of Pentacles is work too. Yeah, definitely. So, you know what? Give it a try. Give it a try and see Indigo Stars. See what's going on there. So Jasmine, welcome to the club. Hello. Will HR accept my email? And do this, do this, do this. All right, let's see. All right, Jasmine. Will HR accept my email? Thanks everybody for all the donations. It's great to be back. I feel so welcomed. HR, accept your email. My question is, why is HR being such a pain in the patootie here? So what you presented to them is great. Hi, Jasmine. I say you haven't sent it in. I'm just curious. So what you've written is great. Okay. The thing here with this page, we've got the Queen of Wands upright, Page of Pentacles in reverse. Page of Pentacles. Now pages are goofballs. They are the little kids of the court cards, but they're very much like the aces in the sense that they are sparks. They're getting things started. So when they get this, what's going to happen is they're going to want to tinker with it. They're going to have questions about it. They're going to I don't know how to say this correctly, but like they're going to want to poke holes in it. They're going to want to ask questions and get answers. So if you want to make sure that you've got all your T's crossed and your I's dotted, not literally, but you may want to do that. You may want to have somebody else take a look at it and say, what kind of questions would, oh, I hit my microphone. Sorry, guys. What kind of questions would you have if you read this? I certainly don't share that with anybody at work because you don't want it to get out before you present it. Um, you may not want to send it in after you have somebody take a look at it. You may want to hang on to it. It may be something that you hold on to for a little bit longer. I don't want you to, blast it all over the internet what's going on here, but it definitely is a real serious balancing act here. I certainly get the sense that there's a very serious message that is going to be sent over to them. Um, when they get it, they're not going to put you on the defensive, but yeah, HR people. And one of my very best friends, one of my tribe girls is an HR director. So she's not like that with us, but um, you know, HR. Everybody kind of forgets this every now and then, but HR is really there to protect the company from getting into trouble. So you just want to be careful what kind of gauntlet you throw down, what kind of information you give them, what kind of ammunition you put um, into their hands. So I would be careful with that. What's in this email right now could kind of hold back a little bit, but at the same time, I think if it's revised a little bit, if you get another pair of eyes on it, if you just get another person to kind of take a look at it, you may come up with something that could benefit you a little bit better and could put you in a better standing there. So there may be just a tone or some language in there that you want to pull back and and have somebody else take a look. Let's give you one of these Oracle Shadow and Light cards. Let's see what we got here. What do you need? What kind of power do you need here? Let's give you a power card. went straight from the middle. So we've got the Sea Beacon Fairy guidance. HR is like guidance counselor, right? But where will it lead you? So that tells me, so, with the Sea Beacon Fairy, if we're looking at a light in the ocean. Say we're on a old wooden ship and we're sailing across the seas and we see a light in the distance. Do we go toward that and do we trust that it is safety, or do we kind of investigate it before we really rely on that safety of the light? That really, we need to have some judgment, subjective judgment, to make sure that we're not headed toward some kind of crazy sea siren, or are we headed toward a lighthouse? So, just be mindful of the assistance that is offered to you from HR. Just be mindful. Have a skeptical mind with that. So I would just have the letter looked at by second pair of eyes, somebody who's completely immune to the situation, not invested in the situation. Have them take a look at it, see what that tone of the letter is, because I think it's the tone that I think there's some tone that's conveyed. Oh, it's so good. I'm sorry. There may be some tone that's conveyed that is not entirely how you want to convey it. You can always do the whole chat GPT thing. This is what I want to say, but I want to throw some shade at the same time. So I would just be a little bit careful about that, because I think with minor revision, it's going to present a little bit better. So I hope that helped. I'll be honest, I like questions like that where it's kind of a wide open thing, because when questions are very wide open, you're, and TD, you're with me on this one. When questions are wide open like that, it does help your psychic ability just kick right in and kind of dig in hard and fast. So thank you very much, Jasmine. And then Indigo Stars. There's another person I like, but not sure about it. Is it a good idea to move on from Nick? So let's do this. We're going to. Is it a good idea to move on from Nick? Good idea to move on from Nick. So for now, this is going to be a weird answer. Okay, Indigo. So for now, you really should be working on yourself. The focus should be on yourself and on improvement of yourself, improvement of your actions, improvement of how you conduct yourself. And that's not, I'm not saying that you're a terrible person, but sometimes we need to temper our emotional reactions to things. We need to temper our lack of emotional reactions to things. I mean, I'm a very emotional person, I had an Italian background, very, and my husband is half Japanese and he has a much more reserved background. One of the things that he had to learn living with me is I'm very physical. I'm very demonstrative. And he's just not, culturally and personally, he's not predisposed to that. So, sometimes I have to temper the way that I react to him because, he's just not equipped for it. So, sometimes we do need to do that. Now, that does not say departure. We have the 8 of Cups in reverse and the 6 of Cups in reverse. So I don't think that the departure is, the breaking away needs to happen wholesale. It doesn't look like, this could be your indecision, but it looks like you're unhappy at the end of it all. And I'm not sure if you're unhappy because of the leaving or the not leaving. And I think the indecision there, we have indecision here with our 7 of Wands too. I think the indecision is on you. No offense. I hope I'm not insulting you. But I think that not having a good decision is partially because we're not here working on ourselves, and under the surface, we're not tapping into that self. So that high priestess is in reverse here, and our high priestess is our higher thinking, our higher mind, our higher connections to God, and our morality. So I think you've been so busy going through the motions that you haven't been able to tap into those energies and to the spirituality of it. So I think that taking a pause and figuring out where you are energetically and spiritually will help you decide whether you're going to move forward or if you're going to stay the course where you are now. What is the better choice for you? So let's do this. Is it better for you spiritually, developmentally, to stay or go? So let's do this. Stay. Go. If you stay, going to be in control. If you go, there will be choices. There will be future choices, pathways that you have not seen yet. If you stay in control, but it's kind of the devil, the death card is about things moving forward, progressing towards something, sometimes to not a great end. Going, here, we're much more emotionally settled. Staying, we're secure, we're safe. We don't have to make too many unknowns. We don't have to encounter too many unknowns. We're going to be just kind of, it's the devil, safe and comfortable. Page of Wands over here, some interesting choices that will come across. Page of Wands, there's a lot of sexual energy with the wands, so it is a fire energy. When we get that Knight of Wands, we see party animals, getting groovy with people. The Page of Wands is the opportunities and thinking about getting out there and doing getting involved with other people, getting into more passionate kind of relationships. Over here, this is a safer bet because it is so secure and it's so foundational. The with Nick. Moving on, we get a nostalgia card. Nostalgia, we may be going back and thinking, even if we're in this realm, we may be going back and thinking about our fella back here. You may still feel very alone. You may feel like you're a sole operator in this relationship. So that the lack of fulfillment, I think, is what's an issue here. So it's just not a great fit. Some relationships are not a great fit and they just need a little bit of spit and polish, and some of them, they're just not going to be a great fit. So those are the things that you're going to have to figure out there. Moving on, I think you're going to struggle with it. I think you struggle with the decision to do it. We're still kind of dealing with that. I think even if we get out of the situation and move on, I think it's going to be a question mark, potentially a big R for the rest of your life. So the big R's are big regrets. So, you don't want to have that big regret there. Question mark. Did I do everything that I was supposed to do? Did I try as hard as I could? Did I make it work? Did I try to make it work? Or did I just say, I want to get on the sunnier side of the street? Heart of the matter here. Boom. The future. It almost feels like you feel like the future now I probably added to this. The future is not great over here. It's not fulfilling over here. Destiny is something. There's certain people that we're destined to be with in this lifetime. When we did our life plan with our spiritual guiders, guidance on the other side, there's certain people that we opted to interact and work with in this lifetime. So, this Nick may be someone that you have opted to be with in this lifetime because you needed to overcome a lack of intimacy or lack of communication or a lack of fulfillment in the relationship. So that may be a challenge, and that may be why you're hesitant. So I would certainly meditate on it and see, what direction you really want to go. Your indecision is coming through loud and clear. So we need to get into that high-minded position where we turn that high priestess up right side up, so that we're tapping into the unknown and the things that make us what we are. So I hope that helped, Indigo. I hope it did. I do very clearly see a lot of indecision there. So Shelly, look at this. The trolls are afoot. Don't curse at her. We'll get popped in the in Facebook. What? Okay. So Indigo, oh, you're on fire tonight, Indigo. All right. So what does Nick think of you? I gotta jump out. Very defensive right now. So don't curse at her, Shelly. Yeah, we get a lot of trolls. Somebody cloned me on Facebook too recently. I reported it right away, but I got cloned. So don't curse. Just report them or block them. Thank you, Shelly, my honey bunny. I like your little purple mad face though. All right. So what does Nick think of Indigo? What does Nick think of Indigo? All right. So Nick is of two minds as well. Whenever we get these twos, we're always kind of grappling with the decision. With the Lovers card too, and the Lovers is upside down here. So we're kind of grappling with that decision, but hanging on at this point. So the communication with Nick, I think, needs to be opened up. Let's pull some. We're gonna pull another deck too. Grimalkin, come here. I have so many decks in front of me, guys. So many decks. So what do we have to do to get this wall of communication open? Because it very much looks like this is somebody who's not communicating very well. There's a lot of quietude. I hate to say quietude, but this is just somebody who's not opening up as much as we would like them to. That was a big old sloppy shuffle. I'm definitely giving you guys a sloppy shuffle for that. Hang on. Where is it? Dang it. Sloppy shuffle. We're back. Oh, you don't even know if you want to speak to him. Okay. All right. So let's see. I love the name Nick. I almost named my son Nicholas. We had Nicholas, George, Magnus, and Angus was the one that won. We're going to do a little storytelling for you too. So, Three of Pentacles, not willing to work together, not willing to work on things. Four of Pentacles, he's kind of out and about, not really creating foundations. Page of Swords, yeah, I think any conversation with him is going to get less results than you would like. I just don't think, Four of Wands, and Ten of Pentacles, he's happy at home. He's cloistered. He's doing his own thing. He's not really, these are very protective, home, in your citadel, not messing with anybody else, just kind of keeping to yourself. Chariot, he's not moving on. He's inflexible. Five of Swords, not really willing to work with anybody. Six of Cups, yeah, does he think of you? Does he want to throw a text message? Yeah. Is he going to? Sometimes when he feels silly, he may do it. He may be like, hey, baby. We may get a text message late at night or on Sunday morning. Hey, I'm just laying here. I'm thinking about you. That may happen. Maybe trolling your Insta, maybe trolling your Facebook, but he's very, very, very closed off. So, but contentedly closed off. He's just kind of closed off doing his own thing. So I wouldn't poke that bear too much. Let's do a little storytelling again. You don't have his number. Okay. So let's do this. How do you conduct yourself? Because we can play games all day long, seeing how Nick is going to conduct himself. But let's see how you should conduct yourself. And then I think we're going to jump over to the Harkles after this, because I think I hit everybody who donated and super chatted. I appreciate that. Thank you, everybody else. If you want to throw something up there, feel free to do. But we'll go into some celebrity stuff for a little bit. We'll get into, I know everybody wants to talk about the Harkles. I wanted to talk about Jamie Foxx too. Some interesting things with Jamie Foxx. So, Indigo Stars. Indigo Stars. How does Indigo Stars conduct themselves? So, this is a big burden. And sometimes we need to kind of throw that big burden off. And I'm gonna pull down your current comment. There we go. So yeah, and I'm seeing your comments here. I don't think he's interesting sometimes, to be honest. So I think he's, he's like sitting in his gaming chair, like gaming, like he's not. It's not really registering. He's just kind of doing his own thing. But for you, how do you conduct yourself? This is a burden you have to let go. All right. So you have to kind of let it lie and see what happens in the future. The King of Swords in reverse, don't greet it with anger. Another Oasis song, don't look back in anger. Just kind of let that lie. Like sometimes we have to, when we're farming, we have to let the ground lie fallow. I would let him lie fallow for a bit and not agonize. If you don't have his number, I wouldn't agonize over it. If he has your number, if he's going to call you, he's going to call you. Excuse me, can't force him to give you a phone call, you know? So, yeah, we can send messages, we can send energetic messages, but I think he's pretty content at home. I think he's got a remote control in his hand. He's playing video games, quite frankly. No offense. I'm a gamer, so I'm not offended by that. So you should create the foundations for yourself to give yourself a happy home, because that's what's getting in the way right now. So create the life that you want. Create the existence that you want. This is your chance to dream and make things the way that you want them, without another party involved, without another party contributing and putting their own stink on things. Here's our high-mindedness again. You have to start thinking about that, because it's not going to make you move off this relationship. So make sure that you are looking to those high-minded values, and then that's you need to look at the high-minded values and create the world that you want to be in. So if you want to paint one of your living room walls metallic pink, and you want that kind of vibe in your life, do that. You are supposed to create the entity that you are, and the life experience for you at this time. You're a solo operator right now. Dating is great. You know, it's terrific. You need to feather your nest for yourself right now. You need to create a life for yourself right now. That foundation, and that's what's missing. There's that missing foundation. But here you are creating it. So we're planting roots. You got to plant some roots. You got to get in there and create a world that you're going to be happy in. And then we get somebody to come in and share in that world with us. So that's, I think, again, I think, the focus on yourself, the focus on how you conduct yourself is more important than, trying to decide how another party is going to function. So I hope that helped, my dear. So, and I hope to see you here again, because I don't think I have seen you here before. But welcome to the fray. So, hands up, who wants to talk about some Harkles? We should show a hand, start commenting in there. Let me know if you want to hear about Harkles, or you want to talk about Joe Biden falling down a flight of stairs, or the lovely new website that, oh gosh, what was the name of that? The website is BidenLaptopMedia.com. That is an interesting laptop. You can see 10,000 photos from somebody's laptop that they forgot someplace. Look at those hands. Look at the hands. All right. So we are going to start with, and I'm definitely bringing out I love all those hands. Or we're going to bring out our Mildred Payne too. So I am not going to let Megatron sully this deck. So let's see what's going on with her. Oh, all these hands and thumbs. I love it. You guys having fun? Saturday night. So Alicia and I are going to be on the phone this week. We're going to figure out when our next Dueling Tarot is. So we will be back shortly. Marnie, I don't know if I said hello to you yet. Hi, Marnie. All right. So word on the street is that Netflix dropped the Invictus show. They are not going to do the Invictus show. I'm curious what's going to happen with that contract. So why don't we take a look at that? Why don't we go there first? Reading for Netflix. What with dropping Invictus? Hi, Marnie. Oh, you sang my name too. All right. What is Netflix thinking with dropping the Invictus program? What were they thinking? Oh, oh, they're just stuck with them. They're breaking the contract. All right. So we got the Eight of Swords, stuck in the contract. And then we've got the Two of Cups breaking the contract, Temperance in reverse, Eight of Pentacles, and that Six of Swords. Beautiful. So stuck in the contract with that Eight of Swords, Two of Cups, breaking the deal. We don't want to deal with them. Temperance TD, this for you. If there were monies that were fronted, they may want them back. Here we go with the Eight of Pentacles. We want you to go back to the drawing table and come up with something different. I think, let's take it from the center. The footage and the programming that they gave them was not up to snuff. It wasn't what they wanted. It was not what they wanted at all. Oh boy, shopping Pearl again. Oh, we'll look at that, Marnie. Good Lord. So, Two of Swords, there were two different concepts for that particular program, two different concepts. And what they were presented with, they hated it. And they said, go back to the drawing table because it didn't work. It didn't work. Now, did they go back to the drawing table? They tried to compromise and the concept did not work. So Netflix absolutely was like, this is not the programming. This is not the droids we're looking for. So are there monies that need to be paid back by the Harkles? Are there monies that need, look, I look like I'm naked here. Like my sweater's falling off my shoulder. Not Naked Tarot. This is not Naked Tarot. So definitely there are some discussions going on here. The Eight of Pentacles. So TD, I think you're right. I think the money, any monies that were fronted they're long gone. They're long gone. See, the money is going. It's gone. And then we got into this, the differences of ideas, the conceptual differences. To elaborate on this intuitively, it wasn't really a conceptual difference. It was the difference between the concept that they discussed and the footage that they got, the product that was actually created was not the same. And I'm gonna say the Netflix, the Harry and Meghan shite show, wasn't that the name of it? The Harry and Meghan shite show. That was beautifully produced. It was really beautifully produced. But was that what they expected as well? I think this was Mach 2 of not getting a product that was pitched a different way. So under the surface, they're like, yeah, these guys are not producing anything. And I don't really think they have very much left. And here it was almost like, well, let us redo this. And they said, no, don't. We're good. We're just not going to do it, which is a shame because, considering that it was for veterans, it's really a shame that happened. So, let's take a look at what Marnie said about shopping Pearl again. Is that really happening? Those of you who don't know what Pearl is, see my giant eye roll. Oh, here's I hope somebody takes a screenshot of that. So Pearl was supposed to be like the magic school bus, but a little girl like going through feminist history or some insanity. But it was going to be like a cartoon, probably voiced by I'm Megan. I'm Megan. I said I wasn't going to drink the whipped cream, and I did. I was looking for more coffee in there. So I'm Megan. I'm Pearl. Yes. Find me a producer. Oh, too bad. So sad. Find me. Oh, some kind of success. No, it's not going to happen. Her dream childhood. Oh, the pearl is over. Yes, it is. The pearl is over. It's not gonna happen. I'm so sad that my show is not gonna go on. I'm sorry, I had to do that. So yeah, Pearl is it's a dumb idea. I'm sorry, it's a really dumb idea. It's no one's really interested in it. It's more immediately I'm getting it's more of the Megan show. This is looking for another producer, looking for another person to handle it. We find this person, we find a man, find a dude who's in control with the studio, blah, blah, blah. And he says, yeah, this is just not, no one's really going to be interested in this. It's really, oh, I was sitting all the way up there. I was like squashed down on my microphone. That's so much better. Here, let me adjust here, guys. I'm so much shorter now. All right. So this way I'm kind of leaning and I'm not like, all the way up here. So yeah, it's just no one's going to be interested in this. And this particular person was very, very clear about that. This is an idea that's not going to work. Very disappointed. Well, let's see if we can find somebody else to do it. Let's see. And we've got a few people that want to be involved, but it's just not going to work. This idea is not going to fly. So you remember the dumb hat that she and I'm sorry, I don't want to bring up the dumb hat, but she tried to make that it wasn't a fedora. It was some other hat. There's another name for it. You know, she made sure that she gave it a different name. But she tried to make that hat a like part of her branding. Like this is my travel hat. This is my stupid travel hat. And she's trying to make this like the evidence of her her worldliness and her knowledge about feminist issues and history, and it's just not going to fly because it just is not there. There's no substance to this. It's very little substance, and I mean it. It's based on the Magic School Bus. That's where she got this idea from. She's like, what if I did a show? What if I did a show that was like the Magic School Bus, but history and like feminist history? And it could be a cartoon, and we wouldn't be in a Magic School Bus, but we'll be in a Magic Escalade. It's like really dumb. I love Eminem to find a dude in control that sounds like a feminist. Yeah, so I heard an interesting new term today. Instead of beta male, soft boy, BOI, soft boy. Yeah, that's exactly what we all want, a soft boy. So, you know, with the way the world is right now, I want a warrior. I have a warrior. My husband's a warrior. So he's not a warrior unless he's called to it. It's not warrior all day long. So let's see how she's feeling right now. Let's see how she's feeling. Storytelling, boys and girls? Storytelling? Oh, and I split it 3 times. Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Let's see. All right. So we've got, I'm going to rebrand. Oh, she's still rebranding. For God's sake, stop rebranding. I'm going to get my voice out there so that I can make some money. If I use my voice, I'm going to make some money. People are going to pay me. She honestly believes that people want to listen to her. She honestly believes that people like what she has to say. She's the epitome of not reading the room. This new management is going back and they're figuring out what worked. They're figuring out what resonated with people. So you know what resonated with people? There was about 5 minutes before the engagement video that people were like, "Oh yeah, it was that Vanity Fair interview." When she did the cover of Vanity Fair, she looked very pretty. I was engaged. I was like, "Oh, look at this. She's adorable. She's really cute. Great cover. Cute little playful thing with the cute dress. On the inside, she had the tulle skirt and the bare feet. I was just like very down to earth, cool person. It was the engagement interview that was the thing that kind of did it. She came off as very insincere. So they're trying to get her back to the point of her, I think the debut at the Invictus Games and also the that Vanity Fair interview, the first one, Wild About Harry. They're trying to get back to that point. So trying to figure out if they can go back there. Temperance, I think they're going to make her disappear for a little bit. I think they're going to this whole we don't have anything to say. We're going to silence our voice for right now. That's this right here. Oh, I'm sorry if you can't see it because we've got a glare. Let me bring it up. That's our Ace of Swords in reverse. That's the STFU. I can write that and I can say it, but this is they're telling her this is how we're going to get back there. You got to disappear. So one of the things that I love about Paris Hilton, we're reading about Meghan Markle, but one of the things that I love about Paris Hilton, if you notice, if you look at her career in total, and by the way, get her memoir. It's an unbelievable book. It is not what you think it is. It's a very heavy trauma ridden life. It's kind of amazing, but I've always been a big Paris Hilton fan. Paris Hilton knows when to show up on the scene and when to retreat out of the scene. She's kind of a master at this, master of her own PR. She will saturate the market with her presence, and then she will back out for a while. That's what they're going to try and do with Meghan right now. They're going to try and back her out of the out of the view for a little bit. I don't know if she's going to be able to do that. Let's swoop. See if she's going to be able to do that. Oh, you know what? Not this one. Not this one. Oh, we do this one. She's cool. We're going to use her. You ready, guys? It's so rare that I use this deck. This is the Mildred Payne Pocket Oracle. Awesome, spooky little story behind this deck. You can get it on Etsy. Mildred Payne, spelled with a Y, Payne. So, is she going to be able to do this? Is she going to be able to sit back and shut up while her just disappear for a while? Is she going to be able to do it? Is she going to be able to do it? Is she going to be able to do it? Yowza, yowza, yowza. Iceberg. Wish. And Diamond. Let's just take a look. I'm sorry, guys, because I'm still learning this deck. I don't know what that iceberg is all about. The iceberg is obstacles. This is an obstacle for her. She's going to have a hard time doing it. It is not her natural state. It's going to be hard for her to get that wish, her desired outcome, and to get the riches of that diamond. which is clarity, invincibility. So it's going to be difficult for her, but the sale that they're giving her is, this is going to give you your wish. This is going to give you a sustainable character. This will make you live on forever in infamy. So that is interesting. Love this little Mildred Payne deck. I'm so scared of it. So scared. Not scared anymore. I'm just using it and reading things off the page. So we got that. All right. All right. Yili! Hey, it's good to see you too. So I'm saying hi to Yili. So let's see. Woo! Another sloppy shuffle. Everybody grab a drink. Oh, and I'm hitting my microphone. Yes, this sweater has like a low back. So that's my gargoyle on my back there. All right, you guys never saw my back. Hey, gargoyle. That will one day be a koi fish. Super chat if you want me to get a koi fish on my back. People ask me all the time what my tattoos represent, and I tell them the disposable cash I had in my 20s. So, all right. So Marnie, let me see if somebody else have any. Oh, yeah, we're gonna hit this one. All right. So Neil Sean said Netflix wants him to reminisce about Mummy Diana. I also heard on the Body Language guy, there was an article. Somebody was like, yeah, he's like geared up to do a movie of Spare. I don't know if any of you watched like what was it, Lifetime? Like there's like a Finding Freedom movie. Oh my God. I wasn't really Finding Freedom, but it was like Harry and Meghan escape from the castle. It was like, oh my God, it was so awful. It was so awful. Oh, it was just not a good story. So does Netflix want Harry to spill more about his mother? Intuitively right away they want it like, this is what it was like growing up in the castle. Oh, for freak's sake. Okay, you know how, oh man, this is so dumb. This is a dumb move. You know how the queen doesn't own the word royal? Well, the kind of thinking here is the royal family doesn't own my memories. They don't own my memories. I can talk about my childhood. I think we're onto something here. I think there were rumblings about them doing something about life behind the castle walls. I think we're getting that. I think we're getting growing up as Diana's boy. I think we're going to get his experience. It's an opportunity for him to throw shade at William, create further waves in the royal family. It's a way for him to, frankly, earn money. It's a way for him or he is like prostituting every memory that he has. It is going to, in his opinion, free him from the traumas. Don't we all feel battered? It's going, that's how he's going to say, this is helping me in my healing process. It's not, it's a shit move. It's a shady, shitty, not nice move. It's going to be what he wants to do is the story of his youth, how he came to be the man that he is today, not the prince, but the man that he's become. This is going to heal my wounds. We're not going to talk about the royal family anymore. We're going to talk about my wounds, which is talking about the royal family. This is, those of you who've seen Forgetting Sarah Marshall, the Jason Segel movie, Segel, and Russell Brand's in it. He plays Old Snow, which that's been in my head all week too. But she says bullshit when she's talking to Old Snow, the gal Sarah Marshall. So yeah, he's going to try and pitch this as this is my truth. This is my healing process. He knows that he's doing this for money. He knows that he's doing it for shady reasons. You know, the worst part is that it's really this again, for entertainment purposes only. Do your own research. This is just a tarot reading. I got to say that. This is going to be for his own indulgence, for his own mental health indulgence, for lack of a better term. But he's going to keep insisting. Um, you know, it's like Bill Clinton did not have you know what relations with that woman. It's going to be, this isn't about the royal family. This is about me. This is about me. He's going to keep stressing that. So, that's a shame. It's going to be stupid. How's this going to work out for him? If I get a tower card, not a tarot card, they're all tarot cards. If I get a tower, that means he's out of the family. Tower in reverse. Moon in reverse. That is, you know, lunacy on parade. The Hangman in reverse. The Hangman, recently I've started reading the Hangman as the, and I can't put this any other way, the asshole in recovery when he's upright. This is somebody who has maybe trod upon some feelings, maybe not been an ideal kind of person, and they're in repose and thinking about it, and thinking about how they can make corrections. When that Hangman is in reverse, he is not thinking about making corrections. There's some element that he knows that he's a complete JO, jerk off for my people that are not in America, but there's no effort made to be insightful or correct that behavior. And there's the Six of Swords. Oh, the Ten of Swords. It's worse than getting the Tower card. The Six of Swords is departure, leaving. It can be safety, moving on to safety. At this point, I think that the that Bucky P or Windsor or any of those castles that they have there, I think those are hostile environments for him. I don't think that he's welcome there. I don't think that they are greeting him with any kind of kindness. Hence the in and out when he went to the coronation. You know, I don't even know if he set foot in a castle. I think he just ran in, ran out, and got out of Dodge. I don't think that they treated him very well when he was there, with good cause. I'm not saying that, you know, they did the wrong thing, but he is Dunsville, and that Nine of Pentacles in reverse, he is on the outside now. He is no longer protected. They were so worried about the protection. Well, now he's completely on the outside and he has no protection whatsoever, and he's done it to himself. So he's an idiot. Where's my Tower? Wish card got what he wanted. This is what he wanted. This is what he was begging for the whole time. He was begging to be exiled by this family. I heard to a certain extent, I think she was the one who was stoking that fire, but this was what he wanted. The wish card, you know, is usually portends good things, but if you're wishing to be, you know, the black sheep or the red sheep or the ginger sheep or whatever you want to call it, he's absolutely on the outside now. So this is no bueno. This was a bad idea. It's going to be a bad idea to put that out there. So how is this bozo feeling? I called him a bozo. How is he feeling about his actions? How is he feeling about his actions? How is he feeling? Not about his actions. How is he feeling in his current state right now? How pleased are you with what you've done? Look what you have done. Is everybody having fun? Give me some thumbs up if you're having fun. Let me know if you're having some fun on a Saturday night. Oh, I flipped some cards over. That's not going to work. Yeah, flip these over. Hi, doll. How are you? I'm live. I'm on YouTube. I'll be up in a little bit. I'm going to wrap it up soon. Been on for 2 hours and 23 minutes. I have pizza waiting for me upstairs. Adorable child waiting for me upstairs. She's not a child. She's a full-blown adult, but she's my baby. They're both my babies. So how does Harry feel about what he has done so far? Is he proud of what he's done? Is he kidding himself? Oh, got no one to party with. I've got no one to partner with. I've got no money. Everyone's fighting with me, and all I've got is my voice. Can't earn anything. Can't make anything go. But hey, who's watching Cherry Denise as she's reading all of these books? Cherry, Cheere Denise. She's got oodles of subscribers. It's not like she needs my help to have more subscribers, but she does the best Harry voice I've ever heard in my whole life. She's like, well, not happy with it's the funniest thing ever. Oh my gosh. And I just got a head motor tribute returns to bar 13. I have no idea why I'm getting a pop-up for this. But she does the best Harry voice. So Harry doesn't have the partnership, doesn't have any resources. He doesn't have anybody to move forward with. He is baroque. The money is going out faster than it can come in. He does not have very much resources or things to stand on at this point, and he doesn't really have very many prospects. All he's got is this whiny voice. He's, it's like, what was it in Say Anything? John Cusack. I don't want to produce anything, process anything, sell anything. He was very clear on what he didn't want to do. And he really can't. So is he happy with himself? No, he's very unbalanced. He's not in a good place mentally. Wheel of Fortune, that he's still hopeful that it's going to work out, but really not. Might be time to go home. So I had a theory that they had talked about 2023 being the year of reconciliation. It's going to be our year of reconciliation. We're gonna mend our broken relationships and extend an olive branch. If I hear the word olive branch or the words olive and branch anymore, I'm going to stab myself in the eye with an olive branch. This whole business of a year of reconciliation. Really, really offensive. You can't shout fire in a theater and then expect everyone to welcome you back. Was their intention, these two knuckleheads that are here now in America, despite us not wanting them, was their intention to create a non-participatory reality show through the media and to try and have a reconciliation with the royal family, resulting in them going back to the castle? Yes, the idea, and I do think that this idea was pitched, let's do like royal reality and we'll do like a reality show and that'll launch us into the 21st century, and that way people will be able to see what goes on behind the castle walls. It'll be great. Everyone will love it. Everyone will tune in. It'll be like Real Housewives but royal style, and we can have all these great outfits and it'll be such a revenue builder. I think that idea was pitched and I think it was turned down. There's our disappointment card. Rebranding, replanning, moving it into the future. Let's take ourselves out of the equation, unpartner from the family, take down the king, and run for our lives because, we're so in danger. We're not protected. Protected. I love when Lady C says that. Protection. So we tried to start anew and to do our own thing with our own voice. Did it work? Not really. There there was a lot of illusion of stability and security, and that's where we got the house, the set. Hierophant. Was it working within the Hollywood community? No. Did they want to return home? This is the will to return home. No negotiation. And there's our King of Swords who comes in and goes, hell no. And he cuts off that idea. Tower crashing moment. Now that Queen of Cups. Who's this Queen of Cups? Tower crashing moment. We're not getting back in through the door. But the Queen of Cups, there's our olive branch. But it's not coming from them. This is coming from the royal family. There's our Emperor, who would be our king power. We need to think outside the box. There's mental health. Mental health is not doing well, but it's not getting worse in their opinion. Need to create a new foundation. Try to do some works. We're really not good at doing any work. So Harry always comes up as the Knight of Wands in reverse. Then we have, there's our recovery guy. And that is the negotiation from the royal family. I'm saying it here. Do your own research. Tarot purposes only. Says a tarot reading. I think they're willing to take him back if there's some level of contrition, and they will help him restore. They will help him restore his reputation with that Sun card right there. I think that is what they want to do. But is it? No, Megs. Do a little shuffle. What about Megan? Megan. M. What about M? Nope. I don't even have to go any further. They want them split up. Will the king order that? Let's pull from the center. Will the king order that? Because those of you who are too young, Queen Elizabeth insisted that Charles and Diana divorce. Justice in reverse and that Four of Pentacles in reverse. So I think that the Justice in reverse is, let's hold off a little bit longer and not make that message come from us. But yes, I do think that the king is going to insist upon a split. I think he's going to say, if you want to come back, you have to come back alone. Alone. Let's see if we have any questions here. I got kind of caught up in that. I am saying, yeah, downhill from the engagement thing. Rumor. Let's see. Let's talk about some rumors. 9 o'clock and all's well. 26 peepers on my channel right now. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Hit the like button. Like it. Oh, hang on. Hold that thought. I got to do something with, I don't know why I'm invited to this head motor thing. I just want to make sure that I've got this video set up correctly so people can see it. Because I have been missing, I'm not very visible. So I want to make sure that I am visible. Working on my visibility right now. I think I am visible. Okay. All right. People can see me. All right. We checked it out. All right. So is Megan writing? She might be doing a column. All right. So are we getting? She's going to be Megan the writer. Oh my God. Like we're not going to know it's her. There's that Lovers in reverse. Four of Pentacles in reverse, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and the Page of Cups in reverse. I don't think so. I don't think that they're going to want to touch her to the 10-foot pole. I think, pardon me. There's the devil. Everything she touches turns into a negative money maker. Money raker turns into money raker. So I don't think they're going to want to do this. I just don't think that they're going to want it, because even if she does do it under a pseudonym and she's like, Dear Abby, she's going to leak it. She's going to let that information out because she cannot stand to not have that kind of credit. So, we've got the devil here, and then we've got the Page of Pentacles here in reverse, not getting the credit, not getting the foundations, no one knows what I'm doing. So the Empress, she's going to get in there and nurture that and make sure that people know that it's her. It's not a win-win, so I don't think that they'll be doing that. So it's get to work, just get to work. So, commenter names guest speaker. Named guest speaker. Oh, she's terrible. So TD, let's look at this. She's a black magic woman. Am I really singing that? She's a black magic woman. She's a black magic woman. Got me so I can see. She's a black magic woman. She's trying to make the devil out of me. This is a sad little spread here. So this is, where will Harry go? Okay. Where's he going to go? And I'm thinking Africa is a really good place for him. He's always said that's a good place of healing. He is going to be beat up after, let's just say after. The dominant energy here is that 10 of Cups in reverse. He's not in a good place right now. I'm not going to look at whether he's got a contract on a room at a hotel. He probably does. I mean, who could blame him? And if he does, I'm sure his dad is paying for it. Dad, you got to get me out of here. I can't stand this woman. Here he all the dreams are dashed. They're all gone. I do think that he really did want a family, a wife and family. And then it became, well, we could be so much more. I think she's shown too many lights on things that were tantalizing for him. So it's very sad. So here was this immense sadness. Like, now, not only did his marriage fail, but now he feels like I can't even do anything. Like, I'm a goofball. Everybody's made fun of me. And he's got to roll with that. I think we're going to see more emotional outbursts. The Fool here. This is party guy. This is naked billiards, Harry here. I think we're going to see some of that. And maybe a hot flash of that. Maybe some movement. The Fool, when we're talking about timing, is usually immediate and rash. Sometimes when it's in reverse, it's rash. So I think we will see some of that. And he'll take a period of time to act out, and then he'll look back on it and kind of make assessment. He's done with this phase of his life. He's learned the lessons, or he's bearing the scars of the lessons from this relationship. But he's super, super unhappy. Is Africa going to be the place to heal? Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Possibly not. I think it's too obvious of a place for him to go. What about the islands? No, doesn't want to go there. Will he go back to England? Will he go back to England? I think that's a yes. What do you guys think? Thumbs up if you think it's a yes. That's 100% a yes. So I think he'll go back to England. In an effort to not run into her, probably, because I have a feeling like she's kind of a bunny boiler, and she would like show up. I just can't. I can't live without him. I have so many regrets. I think we'll see a very different Meghan Markle when they break up. Let's see, what kind of Meghan Markle are we going to get when they do break up? What are we going to get? This ought to be fun. What kind of Meghan Markle do we get when they break up? Oh, well, there you go. Swoop. Oh, hostile but brokenhearted. Anti-mother. I said it. Anti-mother. A non-mother. Somebody who is kicking up the dust and creating a ruckus. All of you take a screenshot of these, because this is boom. Big time. Big time. And then we get into that temperance card. So I think initially the emotional reaction is going to be insurmountable. I don't think she's going to be able to stop that from coming out. I think she's going to present herself as brokenhearted, robbed of everything. I tried so hard. I think she's going to try and go for this sainthood. Like, I just worked so hard with him and he was just so mentally broken. I just couldn't do any better. Wah, wah. Oh, she'll write wah. She'll write the next wah book. But she's going to be very content. She's going to make lemonades out of that lemon. Or wait, she make lemonade out of the lemons. But we're not going to be moving forward. It's going to be same old, same old. We're still going to get the same tired, not letting go, not being casual or careful about it, and not really looking where she's stepping. There's going to be a lot of cow patties that she steps in along the way. So 27 people. Look at that. We got more people coming in. 28. Hit that like button, guys. Hit it. Hold it down. Hit it. Where are my Beastie Boys fans at? I feel bad for William too, but you know what? I think William's kind of laughing. There is zero self-awareness, Rose. And that cat in your thumbnail is the cutest thing ever. It's Catterday. It was Catterday over here. So everyone enjoy that kitty cat on Rose's thumbnail. So, oh, Sheree, your baby's 26 and still your baby. So here we go. Oh, I love her. Okay. Yeah, everyone's watching Cheery. She's hilarious. Oh. Well, I can't even do the voice. It's hilarious. Her Harry voice is so awesome. Your babies are 54 and 43, and so yeah, my mom's the same way. I'm going on 52. Will he get an EBT card to take care of the kids? You know what? I cannot read on those kids. Queen of Cups, I don't usually get Camilla as the Queen of Cups. I usually get Camilla as a more masculine entity. Like I'll get her as like the Knight of Wands, or I get Sheree, what did I say? You could hear Harry saying what? I don't know what I said. Sharon, you took care of your parents, and it was the biggest blessing of my life. Yeah. Okay, so we got a viewer request. T. Nice and simple. So I was just reading about the Harkles. We'll grab T real quick. T, if you would like to make a donation, that would be fantastic. Recommended donation is $5. All right. So thank you for doing this. Does Tony still have feelings for me? So do real quick, and then we'll go back to the Harkles. Tony still have feelings for me. I think Tony is in a place of flux right now. We got some fives here. So we got the 5 of matches, which is that 5 of wands, kind of playing the field, having some fun, maybe swiping a lot for a lot of different people. And then the 5 of needles is him, trying to figure out some other directions to go in. So I have a feeling that Tony is very secure in what he's doing right now, but I do think there may be some playing of the field there. So there, Sans donation. I'm gonna move right on. Let me see. I love that. I love this little community. You guys are all talking about taking care of your parents, and it's really nice. We have built a really nice community here, like with Dueling Tarot and everything. I think it's a really nice community. There's a lot of nice people. I made a lot of friends. Like I'm friends with a lot of you outside of just being on here. Yeah, TD, I'm the same way. And Sharon, like I cannot get a good beat on the kids. Like I just can't. So let's do just a little bit more, and then I'm going to wrap it up. Oh, I did say I was going to stay on for 3 hours, and I'm almost there. So what else did we want to say? So possible movie. Oh, well, there's so many things we could read on them. Harry's testifying. Because he's testifying. He is the first royal, I think they said since the 19th century to testify in court. How's that going to go? He's going to get cross-examined. Let's see how it's going to go. How's he going to do it? We'll wrap it up on that. Three of Cups, 10 of Wands. Ooh, 5 of Wands in reverse. Death card in reverse. And the Queen of Cups. How is Harry going to be feeling overall? Right now, he's feeling like, oh, I'm doing all the right things. Oh, I'm doing the right things. This is the best thing for my family. And for me, it's the best thing. That's my dumb Harry voice. That's my dumb Harry courtroom voice. That's how he sounds when he's in the courtroom. I'm going to be very important. I'm going to talk right, like very smart, like smartly. Go like I went to Eton, didn't cheating. He went to cheating. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, after a couple hours of chat, I actually did a 3-hour private reading today. So you get a little flaky. You get like kind of up here. So he is very excited to get into that courtroom. He thinks this is going to be a slam dunk. He thinks he's going to do really well. But I think the questioning is going to be too much for him. I don't think he's going to let this matter die, though. I think he's still going to come out and be like, well, they tapped into all of their phones. And I think he's going to lean in very heavily to the plight of Catherine and William. That's the tent pole of this shit circus that he's creating with this court case. I think he is going to be like, well, my sister-in-law was taken advantage of, and they hacked their phones. I think that's what he's going to say. Don't think he really has very much. He is the kid in college. Like, remember when you were in college and one of your friends became an activist and just like had like 3 comments, 3 like canned comments that he would throw out, in regard. I had an ex that would regularly. He was very liberal, and you guys know I'm very libertarian. Um, under the misunderstanding, he thought I was like a big Bush fan, like the family, not the band. I like the band, but he would yell Halliburton like anytime he was losing an argument. He would just start yelling Halliburton, and I was like, "What about it? It has nothing to do with what we're talking about." It was like the Halliburton, situation superseded everything that I was saying. Like I could be talking about um prayer in school. I mean, not that I talk about prayer in school, but and he'd be like Halliburton, like it was just anytime he was losing an argument, he would just start yelling Halliburton. It was bizarre, but nonetheless. So I think that Harry is that kind of person. Like he knows enough to be dangerous. He has something that wronged people that he knew, but it could happen to me. It could happen to my lovely bride who calls the paparazzi. But he's going to come. I think he's going to come off as very petulant. um Rose, I will read for your cat, Rose, that beautiful kitty cat. I just don't know about those kids. I don't know about them. Like I really would like. So I tell everybody, like, there are things when I die and I become part of the universal knowledge. There are a few things I want to know. I want to know what happened the night the Tsar was killed, Nicholas II. I want to know what kind of foobar was done in the messaging and everything that happened there, and why that was such a cluster F. I also want to be in the war room for the U.S. election 2016. I want to see exactly how Ms. Clinton reacted to the final tallies. That's fly on the wall. I just want to be a fly on the wall. But if we never find out about these kids during my terrestrial life, I do want to know what the deal is with that. So, my plot line for that, I think that there were discrepancies in the timing of the pregnancies, and I think that they, because at Eugenie's wedding, hi, Ann Williams. At Eugenie's wedding, she was 2 months pregnant. I did not show at 2 months pregnant, even with my second pregnancy. So, there was no need for that unbuttoned coat and all that jazz. So she's really promoting what she was, what was going on there. I honestly believe that she claimed to have been pregnant before the wedding. That was why they had to get married. Queen Elizabeth's response, I suppose I have to say yes, kind of hints to that as well. So I do think that there was a pregnancy thing. I think possibly at Inskip's wedding, she went there and kind of read him the riot act and was like, well, like either you're going to do your manly duty or you're going to have to deal with me in a public forum. So I think there was something to that effect that was going on. And if she wasn't already pregnant, she was probably trying very hard to get pregnant so she could have that situation. But nonetheless, I don't know. I don't think there's any shame in surrogacy, and I think maybe that's why they if they went that route, that was why they had to do the moon bump and all that. I mean, again, for entertainment purposes only, this is just my opinion in a tarot reading. But I think that the moon bump thing was to throw people off the dates. Just the dates are so wild and the timing is so wild that I think that if there was a surrogacy, it was to protect that person and protect like when they were going to be like, if she's doing everything that Princess Diana is, why would she not want to be on the steps of the Lindo Ward? Why would she not want that? Like, it's kind of the end game, isn't it? Like the wedding, I guess, but it's kind of the end game to, get a a royal baby. I don't know, it's just my opinion. But so yeah, I think I think this court thing, he's going in there with like this high morals again, like that kid you went to and went to college with, who latched on to. Oh, Marnie, is it her birthday tomorrow? We'll do a reading. Um, I think this is like a very high ideal for him. This is like, activism. But he's all tangled up in it. And it's just really dumb. So let's see. So Marnie, I got you, babe. I got you, babe. Not going anywhere. Look at me. I'm still here. I'm still here. 3 hours. How do I seem fresh, or do I seem like I'm a mess? Am I making sense? Or am I all over the place? All right, so where are you? Where are you? All right, so you guys know I do controlled remote viewing. I'm seeing some stuff right now, guys. Yellow house. It is not the Olive Garden castle. It is like 2-story, like kind of country house. It looks like very Vermont. The shingles on the top are like they're almost cedar shingles. It's tucked next to a mountain. There's definitely some kind of mountain there. This is a pretty remote location where this kid is. Black Mercedes, tan interior. It's a cream colored interior in front, but it's like a 4-door Mercedes. There's a lot of trees. It does feel like California, but it doesn't necessarily feel like Los Angeles. Like it could be that whole Montecito vibe. It could be up there. It's not that. It's not the house that we've seen. It's not that house. Oh, Eugenie's having her baby too. Okay. So, I'm sorry, I had my eyes closed for a minute and now I'm looking. My pizza's already cold. The pizza's been here for like, I ordered it at like 4:00. So we'll heat it up. I'm in New Jersey. We just heat it up. Cold pizza's great. So, this kid is at that kind of a location. There's a small pool. It's a modest house. It's not a mansion. There's something like shutters on it too that are kind of cedar colored. I think there's a pool. I think there's a small pool, but this is like a modest location. I'm going to be honest. I think Harry and Meghan are both living there. I think this is the house that they actually live in. I think the kid is there. If there's an Archie, I think Archie is there. So if they are on like a vacation and they're all there together, there's a blonde-haired woman there too, who's very slight. She looks like kind of like an au pair kind of vibe, but blonde hair, blue-eyed, very pale. Not the nanny that we've seen in other things. So again, for entertainment purposes only, I am doing a little remote viewing. So, as far as this birthday, she is displeased. He is fighting back. So, there's a cold war going on between the two of them. And periodically that cold war heats up. Part of it is this discussion of motherhood or further motherhood. Not I think that I think she wants one more. I think she wants one more. I'm sorry. If there's two, she wants a third. If there's, two that belong to somebody else and partially to him, she wants one that belongs to her. There's some element of that. I can't say for sure, but I just don't think. I think they are of him, not of her. Sorry, that's what I think. I think they're of him and not her. But this is, not the cards, just me remote viewing and playing around, checking out somebody's DNA. So I think this is either the location that they live in, or this is a cottage that they have that they can retreat to. And they're there to celebrate. This is where there was that cake picture with Archie climbing on the table. I think it was for the first birthday last year. This is the same location, but it's not the one that they said it was. So these two don't get along. They're not getting along at all. They're just not. Unfortunately, it's kind of sad. She's not happy with the conditions. He's not happy with the bullshit. And they're both kind of at the point where they don't care. They're saying it now. They're saying it out loud. They're saying the things in italics. So, is it going to be a good weekend? I don't think it's going to be. It's all about money. It's all about security. So we've got here, we've got a little bit of money right now. I think they just got gifted something. So I think they have some money right now. Are they having a good time? No. Is there mental illness? Yes. Are they well protected and financially set? No. Are they looking for ways to make that happen? Yes. Is this a way to do it? No. No. They're talking about publishing pictures, putting things out there, and I think everything's being met with a big fat no. So here's a huge question. If they were given a little gift of money, and if they were told, they said they're not going to talk about the royal family anymore, were they served with a cease and desist? Did they get a cease and desist? I think they did. I think they did. Rose, I love that movie, The War of the Roses. The original test, when they test marketed it, the original, the two teenagers, their kids, Sean Astin went on to become a hobbit. The kids had the chandelier dropped on them. That was the original test of that movie, and it was too dark. It was too dark, and so they had changed it. I think it was just fine the way it was. So, all right. So, did they receive a cease and desist? Is that why they announced that they would not be talking about the royal family anymore? Did they receive a cease and desist? I think they did. I don't see a cease and desist, but I do see a stern warning, likely from the Princess Royal and the Princess Royal. So I think Anne delivered a message. There may have been a little bit of money that was handed out to them. They may be kind of on the balls of their ass. That was a saying that I could never really use properly, but I think they're on the balls of their ass. They just don't have any money. I think money was wired directly to the resources or the vendors that needed the money. But I think it was from Princess Anne, which would make sense now that I think about it, because I think Anne is in charge of his trust. So I think she did dole out some money with the understanding that they would cease and desist and stop talking about the royal family, stop bad mouthing them, back off, because the king is mad, because the king and the heir are mad. So I don't think there was a legal cease and desist. I think there was an cease and desist, and I think they were very upset about it. And what do we do now? What do we do now? We have nothing to talk about. So what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about our childhood growing up as Diana's son. I was Diana's son, I was Diana's son. Oh, Sheree, over there, it's the bones of your ass. I like that. My ass is kind of fat, though. I can't really feel the bones in my ass. So. I may have to change my phrasing on that. But I think A plus B equals C on this one. I think they were told to shut up, to stop talking about it. Here's a little bit of money. We're going to take care of some of your debts for you, but you can't talk about us anymore. You got to stop. And I think Anne delivered that message. I love Princess Anne. So there it is, guys. How'd I do for tonight? This was fun on a Saturday. I'm going to ditch my card view. And I don't think I missed any readings. I don't think I missed anybody. I'm not going to read on Eugenie. I'll maybe do it tomorrow. Oh, Ann Williams, I did miss you. And I'm going to have to catch up with you on the next one. I've been here for 3 hours. I had 6 hours of tarot readings today, guys. Woo! That's a lot. Tomorrow I got to do some class stuff. So I will have those of it. Oh, I'm a rock star. Thank you, TD. Thank you, Sheree. I will have a class. Hopefully I will have everything square. Hi, Sarah. Thank you, darling. Hopefully I will be able to. Is my sound okay? Somebody told me that my sound wasn't great today. Oh, thanks, Sally. So I'm going to be working on the final copy of my ebook. So it'll just be Major Arcana that we're going to be publishing initially. And it'll be an ebook, so you guys can get it. It's super quick. You don't have to print it or anything. But I'm going to put together a timing class, the curriculum for the timing class. So if any of you want to do that, like I said, it's actually pretty cool. All of the cards have some kind of timing on them. So some, like the aces, represent immediately. And then we have other cards that have specific dates and specific astrological signs, like Cancer, Scorpio. What else do we have here? Some of them are like no change. It's pretty neat. So I'm going to try and put together a real comprehensive way so that you guys can remember them, and that way. And people ask for timing all the time. Tarot's not great at giving you timing. The different suits represent different lengths of time. So depending on what you're asking, the wands can be days, the swords can be weeks, the cups can be months, and the pentacles can be years. Or you can look at that in seconds, minutes, hours, or a day, depending on what you're asking. So the questioning has to be really, really specific when you start doing that. So it can get dicey, and not that tarot's misinformation or anything, but you don't want to say, oh, well, on May 31st something is going to happen to you. Then May 31st comes and goes and nothing happens. The timing, tarot, we always have to remind our readers and our students that tarot is about the energies at the moment, and our choices and this, the non-believers, one of whom was my husband until I made him believe. The other night was so funny. My husband was telling a friend of ours, we were having cigars and whiskey, and he was telling a friend, I couldn't believe it, but he was just like, I hear her doing these readings, and she's just bang on. Like, the people that she's doing the readings for are like, yes, that's completely accurate. So it's it's nice. Like Greg was a full scientist until he got immersed in this world and saw some evidence. I mean, we have a lot of paranormal activity that happens in our house. Our house isn't haunted, but one of our friends comes to visit often, and our dog Bruno is still here, and our cat is still here. Our cat Grim is still here. I see him walk around the corner all the time. Sheree, you had your Vedic chart done. Oh, that's great. You went to Thor Sandalwood. If any of you are interested in astrology or Vedic astrology, Thor Sandalwood, I call them Underwood. Thor Sandalwood has a YouTube channel on here. He's terrific. I had a private reading with him. He runs specials every now and then, so just go over to his website, go to his YouTube, subscribe to him, and then you can go to his website and you can book appointments with him. And he's really great. He's really, really thorough. I am in Sati Satay right now, which is like 7 years of bad luck. But one of the things that he told me is that I should donate dark clothing on Saturdays. And I've been trying to do that. We have a PBA clothing bin right around the corner from our house. I'm trying to donate some black clothing, but I like my black clothing, so it's a little tricky. But yeah, Thor's great. And Vedic astrology, I used to say Vedic astrology, but Vedic astrology is a little bit different from the regular astrology that we're used to. And one of the things Thor said to me right away, he was like, "Don't be upset if your astrological sign is different." But it wasn't. I was still a Cancer. So he was like, "Oh, you're still a Cancer. It's okay." So yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh, Deborah, what did you see? Colorado. Look at that. All right, so I'm gonna have to go see Paula M. And I'll have to go watch her while I'm eating my pizza. I'm going to bed early tonight. Like I said, I came home from Florida and I caught a cold, probably on the plane, and now I've just been suffering with allergies. So I'm just a mess. But this was super fun, guys. So I'm gonna try and do like a marathon Saturday, like once a month for you guys, just like this, and try and get on early so we can get the hutches can be on, and we can catch all the Australia and New Zealanders can come on for breakfast. But this way we can still get some of our UK friends on. But I really missed doing the lives, guys. I was going to do like a lot of production videos for you, but I really miss doing the lives. I really like interacting with you guys like this. I think it's super cool. So oh, Sheree, you went from Scorpio to Aquarius. That's a little bit of a transition. It's like, whoo, it's crazy. But listen, thanks everybody for all the super chats, super stickers, all the donations. I really appreciate it. It just helps me keep making material for you and getting on here. Pays my overhead for all of the equipment and the programs that I have to do this. So it is very much appreciated. I want to try and expand a bit on Twitter. I am broadcasting to Twitter, but not that active on Twitter, so I don't have that many people that are following me yet. I think Alicia is like one of my 5 followers. So I have like 5 people following me. I think my kid is following me. So, but listen, I am going to go eat my cold pizza. I'll heat it up first, but I hope you all have a great night. Thanks so much. I will schedule one of these again, but I will probably be live on Wednesday. I'll probably pop on Wednesday for domestic people here. So have a great night, great rest of your day, whatever you're doing, starting out or going to bed. So I will see you all later. And let me where's my little outro? I'll do my outro. Bye. That was the wrong one. So wait, do I have it? Do I have an outro? I thought I had an outro clip. All right. Oh, there it is. All right. I have an outro. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.